I'm with you.
Pow, and welcome back to the channel. Dan, who reviews as always. My name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and you can follow me on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And hello, how are you doing? It is Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, Thursday morning, depending where you are on this planet. But either way, we are live streaming. As I said, we have been this is 56 weeks now consistent. We went a year strong, and we're just keeping it rolling. And there's still plenty of stuff to talk about weekly as well, which is what I love. So yeah, lots of stuff to talk about. Lots of Marvel Legends, new Galactus funded. And of course, I cannot do it on my own. So as always, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who's a year older since we last spoke to him. It is, of course, Brandon, aka Hero.Collections. Round of applause, round of applause.
Oh.
And I do want to say it was Brandon's birthday yesterday, people. So if you want to be generous, any super chat I get today is going directly to Brandon, all right? So that's I'm putting that out there. So if you want to show some love to Brandon, today is the day. Shall I sing for you, Brandon? Happy birthday to you. Do you know what I actually prefer? Do you know this? Because I love The Simpsons so much. There's an episode where there's a fake Michael Jackson, and he teaches Bart a song, and it's
really?
Brandon, it's your birthday. God bless you this day. He gave you the gift of a little Marvel Legends, and I'm proud of you to say, Brandon, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Brandon. How old are you, Brandon, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 25, bro. How old is that? Jeez.
That is not old,
Quarter
my
of a
friend.
century.
That is
Quarter
not...
of a century.
That is not old.
Since when was that a thing? Crazy.
Mate, 25.
Crazy,
25
crazy.
years young is what you are. You're good. You're good. 20s.
Yeah.
You've still got half of your 20s left. Do you know what I mean? Think of it that way.
Oh yeah. That's actually also frightening that I'm halfway through. What
Yeah, but still, I'm way past the 20s. The 20s are just a blur. They're a black and white image in my mind.
Yeah.
So
that is true.
But no, enjoy. But yeah, happy birthday. Where did you go, by the way? Like, tell the people.
Yes. So it was a bit of a crazy thing. So so basically I was going to see the missus, but because everything is so hectic at the moment with the pandemic, we basically called that trip off. So my mum and my sister felt sorry for me.
Oh.
So they booked the trip for me to go to Budapest for the day.
Nice.
Right, so my nephew and I went. We flew out from London at 8:30. We got to Budapest at about 11:30 their time. We were there until about 8:30. We were back at the airport on a flight home at 10 o'clock, and got back in just before midnight.
And is that just sightseeing, a few drinks, all of that good stuff?
Pretty much, yeah, basically.
Hang on, shouting out George.
W101
There you go.
donated £4.49. Happy birthday, Brandon. Party popper. Love all of your ACBA pics.
Thank you very much, George. So George W 101, we know George. George follows us on jumps on with Legends and Liquor. He says, happy birthday, Brandon. Love all your ACBA pics. So there you go, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So yeah, I was interrupting you. As I was saying, you just went there for drinks and sightseeing, yeah?
Yeah, basically. So I'd been there a few years ago, and what I like about Budapest is it's quite a quiet city, and in a way, there's not a lot to go and see. But what you can go and see is really, really nice. Like the views are amazing from certain spots. Like basically, the main place that I went to is it's called Castle Hill. So like it's like a royal palace on top of a hill, but like you can see the whole city from it, and it's free to go into. And the grounds are really nice. There's like fountains and there's like live music, and like it's just a really nice place to go to. So literally. We got there, we went there, we sat there for a few hours and just talked about, everything. And then,
life. Now you're 25, you're contemplating.
Yeah, exactly. Took in the views, went to the Hard Rock for dinner.
Nice.
And then that was it, yeah. And then just went for a walk again and then got a flight home. So it was good. And had so many figures to open. So I opened those I say so many. It was mostly to me from me. So I am wrapped.
I love that your past self sends you birthday presents. It's an amazing thing.
Literally, every year for birthday and Christmas, I get myself stuff, and then I just hand like the parcels. I don't even open the parcels. I just hand the parcels to Mum basically, and she wraps them up for me and gives them to me on Christmas morning or my birthday morning. It's the best thing ever.
Beautiful. Well, I'm glad
someone else is going to buy you.
Well, as I said, you're very true. No one buys me toys, so I'm glad you had food. And yeah, as I said, lots of people are saying happy birthday in the chat, so let's not neglect them. Let's go to the chat and see who we've got. And then we'll do some housekeeping and talk about some new toys. And today's show, by the way, is not sponsored by Koppelberg. I went because Koppelberg are not answering my emails. They gave me that little generous retweet. So today I've changed over to Record League. So if Record League, you want to sponsor the show, get in touch. All right, competition time.
There you go. So kicking off is Graphic Toy with the knives. So the Tuesday crew here. Damien is here. Cloud Foxwell is here. Jamie is here. Mark Rose. Rich M. Rich M says happy birthday, Jamie. Jamie, happy birthday.
Jamie's birthday as well. Brothers. Let's have a party.
Yeah, me yesterday, Jamie today.
Happy birthday, Jamie. Happy birthday.
Jay's Toy Collection UK is here. Hero of Collectors. Stryden is here. The Wolfpack Toy Review. George W101. Damien. Who else we got? Andy Davis is here. Cheeky Monkey Kiara is here. Who else we got? Kev's Collectibles. Your boys got toys. Phil Jones. Who else we got? Kev's Collectibles. Kev's Collectibles says, "Hope Brandon is here. He is entertaining." Thank you.
There
Kev.
you are. There he's here. The whole Brandon is here. A year older, a year wiser.
A year older, maybe not so wiser. Tech and Collect says, "I wish they had Army Builders at GameStop. I would definitely snag some cards then, but just can't justify rebuying figs." Yeah, we definitely know the pain, don't we, Dan?
Yeah.
Who else we got? Lizzie Hartz is here, otherwise known as One Division, right?
Yep.
I think
she bounces between the two. Very mysterious.
Yeah, exactly. JV Man, Mason McDonald, Fabulous Disaster, Rerum Trading. That's a new name, right? Rerum Trading.
Yeah, don't know that name.
Home Dude.
Welcome.
Laser Pants, Jason Lopez.
Never heard that name either. Laser Pants doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, no, doesn't ring a bell at all. Omega Weapon says, "I'm disappointed at the 45% of the non-backers." We'll get to it in a minute.
Yeah.
Tanner is here. Rush McGowan. Leo Barnes. Hero Collector says, "Anyone read AOA for the first time because of the Legends?" I just did, and I'm 20 times more excited for Wave 2. Although that Colossus is less desirable for me because of the story. Oh yeah, Hero Collectors. I'm so excited for AOA Wave 2. Cowboy Collector is here.
Our American friends do not get our British sarcasm. We know.
They don't. Mark Tech is here. Jason Lopez. Wing or Lose. Who posted a great picture of Ursa Major today, by the way. Home Dude, Jamie. Shaolin versus Wu-Tang is here. Rip Jam says 25. Can Brandon even be part of this 20 years of Marvel Legends stream?
Wow.
I can.
You've been here the whole time. Yeah, you existed the whole time.
Hero Collector says, "Was the B-Day cake pinless?" It was. Phil Jones says, "I've got action figures and pants older than Brandon."
Oh dear.
Lizzie Hart says, "Happy birthday."
Hang on. The super producer sent you a super chat.
Rich M donated £10.95.
Let him Friday read it.
Happy birthday and kapow. Have a first-class airbending weekend, Brandon. Tongue out.
There you go. Thank you very much, super producer Rich M. He says, "Happy birthday and kapow. Have a first-class airbending weekend, Brandon."
Yeah, thanks for that, Rich. We'll get to that in a second. He convinced me to spend more money than I should have.
Did he now?
He did.
Doesn't sound like Rich.
No, because he's usually the one that stops me.
The sensible one of us.
Exactly. Damien. Mason McDonald says, "I'm back, bitches. Welcome back."
Welcome back.
Omega Weapon says 25 is when your car insurance gets cheaper. Yes, very happy about that. More money for the figure budget. Brian says, "Happy birthday, Brandon." Your boys got toys. Says Budapest. You know.
Because it doesn't say it properly. Yeah. I remember.
Tanner says,
Budapest.
Got fresh trim. I was just thinking that, Tanner. I think I got my hair cut a couple of weeks ago, but it does look fresh, doesn't it? Cat Liv says, "What's
wrong with my hair, Tanner? What's wrong with this? All right, this is top of the range."
Good. Exactly. Cap Lives says, "What's up, everyone? Happy birthday to the Pinless Legend himself." Thank you very much, Cap Lives. Posted a fire picture of the Bad Batch yesterday, by the way. Loki is here, says happy birthday. Mark Tactec says, was Budapest pinless? It was indeed. Mini Plastic Multiverse, Tech and Collect, I've said about a million times. Jan Silver Galen is here. That's a new name as well. Welcome.
Welcome.
Fabulous Disaster. Lots of happy birthdays. Thank you, everybody. Love you all the world. Radlam, Jermaine. Yeah, Zach Legend, Mark Rose, Guns N' Roses. Everybody's here. All 71 of us.
Beautiful. Well, let me get into some housekeeping, then we can talk about some toys.
Yes,
that's why everyone is here. So as I said, I appreciate 69 people here. What a great number 69 is, by the way. And if you want to if you want to show some love, as I said, today's the portion of super chats today will go to Brandon. I literally send him some money after this stream. So if you want to be generous and send Brandon a nice late birthday present, we're all late to his birthday. It was yesterday. Was it yesterday or Tuesday?
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Beautiful. Yeah, so super chats, anything over £4 or $4. Be a part of the stream, of course. Friday, we'll read it out loud for you. We've already had a couple from George and Rich M, so we appreciate you. But yeah, get involved with the stream. Anything over £4, $4. We appreciate you, of course. And then, again, if you want to support the channel that little bit more, you can do so by hitting that join button. I'm genuinely thinking about adding a new tier very, very soon. Not because I'm a greedy bastard, but because I want to try and think of more ways to get people more involved in the content here. Legends and Liquor exists because of you guys, and so many people give me great ideas for streams. A new tier may be on the horizon, so stay around for that. But hit that join button nevertheless, because this week it is a Legends and Liquor week. So not only can you use all these fancy emojis that you see the channel members using, which I appreciate as always, you can also be a part of Legends and Liquor, and it is a Legends and Liquor week this Sunday, people. Legends and Liquor, 6 p.m. UK time. Do the math for the rest of the world, but come and join us, talk toys. There's always a round table. I usually have a couple of groups of 6 on, maybe 3 groups soon. Like, so many people want to get involved. Don't be shy. If you've never been on before, ask the people that have been on. It's very easy, very chilled, very relaxed. Again, if you're shy, don't worry about it. It's just a bunch of group of friends talking toys. It's very much a virtual hangout with an audience, essentially. But forget the audience are there. We're just talking toys. But it's this week. So if you want to be on Legends and Liquor, start letting me know now, whether on the Discord link is in the description, or just hit me up on the DMs on Instagram and I'll start making the groups. So again, you know the score. Legends and Liquor way into double digits now. We've been around for a little bit. But that is the channel members show, of course. And again, if you want to show some love and get some brownie points with me, then you can buy some t-shirts. Much appreciated, people. I appreciate you as always. But today, as the title says, we're here to talk about Toy Biz, which, as I said, is 20 years, and Brian teased a little something which has sort of led to this conversation. So the actual topic of today is, what Toy Biz figures haven't Marvel given their upgrade to, haven't Hasbro given their upgrade to? Because let's be honest, you know me, I say it all the time, that new Hasbro aesthetic is basically knocked off every Toy Biz figure from the shelf. And there were a few people standing up there, like MODOK was still up there, Kang was still up there, but just this last year, those characters have been replaced by much better versions by Hasbro. So there's still a few Toy Biz figures that could do with an upgrade, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And we can also just speculate about what the 20 years of Marvel, how Hasbro are going to celebrate that. But first, I want to talk about some new toys. Of course, because me and Brandon have got some, and I want to send out some thank yous as well, as always, because this crazy toy community makes dreams come true, and they're like crazy, you know what I'm like, crazy nostalgic dreams as well. So I've got a pile of toys here. Let me first.
Actually, hold on. Go full screen for a second, because I just remembered one other that's not right next to me.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
I'm gonna go grab it.
I can plug all day long, don't you hear about it, okay? So I got these in the post, first and foremost, all right? These are the Lightning Collection cogs, some Power Rangers, so the Zeo cogs. Wasn't happy about the price point, but I purchased them out of FOMO. Didn't expect them to come around so quick, but I'm happy they did, because they are some fun figures to sort of army build some fodder villains for your Zeo Rangers. So here they are. They're pretty good. There's a full review up on the channel if you're curious. We get a silvery, glittery one, and then a pink one as well. But yeah, we got the Zeo cogs, and these are fun figures. Like, you can't go mad with the Lightning Collection. Like, as I said, go and watch the review if you're curious about them. They are up on the channel right now. What else have I got? I've also got Odin this week. I think I got this off Toys-R-Us in the UK. So shout out to them. So hopefully I can start doing some more Infinity Saga reviews this week. As I said, you know me, I love my Infinity Saga. I love my MCU figures. So always happy to fill those gaps. And Odin, we needed him. He obviously debuted in 2011. So it's been 10 years since we had him. Thank you very much to Loki. I like your name there. Loki, showing some love, becoming a channel member. Thank you very much, my friend. And I think we also had a super chat that I missed. Let me see if I can find it, Fabulous. Let me see if it pops up for you. I appreciate that, so I don't want to miss any out. And let me bounce back around. I do also have some thank yous today because I've got some stuff in the post that I definitely want to give people some love to. Okay, so Fabulous Disaster, your super chat's not coming up on the feed, but I see it right there. He says, I would have sent more, but here you hate AOA. Happy birthday anyways. No, I don't hate OAA. I've grew to love it over time, but Brandon's just teasing. He doesn't hate it. It's just not his version of the X-Men, right, Brandon?
That's it. Yeah,
that's all it is.
It's just that is yeah. In case anyone does take me seriously, I have no real hate for AOA. It's just since Dan has become an AOA super fan, someone has to maintain.
I had to. Dan Yun, it's Dan Yun's fault. He pressured me into it.
I know.
I have no choice.
I know.
Have no choice. But as I was saying, Power Ranger Cogs. Have you opened yours yet, Brandon? You're a fan of the Cogs,
no,
all right?
I was about to say, yeah, fan of the Cogs. If there's anybody here, Cat Lives should definitely know what I'm about to say. In Power Rangers Wild Force, the Machine Empire comes back, and there's an episode called Forever Red with the first 10 Power Rangers Red Rangers, and they fight the Cogs. So while I do love Zeo, that Forever Red episode is iconic, so I had to get a whole bunch of these. Haven't opened them yet though.
I also got this recently, but I've not done a review or anything like that. I am getting some more, but since this one just turned up on its own, I do want to show some love to the Tenga Warrior. Oh, yeah, this is pretty good. It just makes me want an Ivan Ooze so bad, and I know this isn't technically a movie figure, but come on, they debuted in the movie, and they just used the costumes in the live action show. But yeah, give me an Ivan Ooze now, people. But this Tenga Warrior is good. I'm getting at least a couple more of them. So yeah, definitely got some fodder villains for my Power Rangers this week. I showed off Odin. What have you got to show off, Brandon?
Yes, so I will copy you. So I do have Odin as well.
Oh, nice.
So
Does the helmet come off both heads, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yep, removable. So he came in from Toys-R-Us. I think he is a beautiful, beautiful figure. The only thing that's going to take him over the edge is when Cosmic Capes do a cape for him, because I love him, but that plastic cape does limit him slightly. So getting a wide cape from them is going to make him even better. Happy came in this week.
Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
And then who else we got? We got Captain Marvel. So the 2-pack came in today.
Nice.
With Pepper. Pepper's behind me somewhere. I already put her back on the shelf.
She's next to Salt.
Yeah, exactly. I really, really like this figure. This outfit, this costume is just amazing. I don't like the haircut.
It's all it is. It's all it is. I completely agree.
The head sculpt is amazing. I just don't like the hair.
Completely agree. It's a great figure. I like that outfit for Carol Danvers. And I know they cut the hair because it's comic accurate, but you just made Brie Larson look like an idiot. So, yeah.
And then finally opened Infinity War Cap. And then it doesn't end there. So I got another Kang.
Another Kang, a variant of Kang. How do you know which is the real Kang in your collection?
Another Kang. So the real Kang is the one on the shelf
with the head sculpt.
Too high to see. No. That's my comic Kang.
Okay.
And then that Kang. Ooh.
Back to bed for me, lads. Catching this on the replay. Thank you very much, Loki. Go and get some kit.
Loki. So then you got MC.
Oh,
Kang.
nice. Yes, that looks good.
And then you've got this is Kang number 3. And then
Brandon's going all out of these Kangs, people.
And then this is going to be Kang number 4.
Gone Kang crazy.
Yeah. So you got the OG Kang, MCU Kang, and then Kang 3 and 4. I need to figure out how to customize, but I'm not there yet. But yeah, loads of Kangs. So I got 4, which is what I wanted. That's the council of Kangs. And then it doesn't end there. So for my birthday, these guys came in.
Oh, nice. Is that the Sentinel?
Yes, Sentinel Miles, and then Muffex Mando.
Nice. And that's Robo's fault, right?
Yes, it is. It really is. I was holding off. I was like, no, the SHF is fine. You don't need the Muffex. And then that happened. This came in from Phil Jones. Big thank you to Phil Jones. This sold out on the Disney Store website and on in most stores. Definitely stores near me. And then this came in today from the one and only Mark Tack. Looks like it's going to be a great read. The artwork is amazing. So I was very grateful.
He's a generous man, that Mark Tack, isn't he?
He is indeed.
I tell you who else is a generous man. I want to shout out. I'm going to post it in the chat as well. Hero of Collections. Now, we've heard of him before because he did those Lego minifigures, and he has done it yet again. He has literally sent me another parcel with basically a second set of these Lego minifigures, so I can pass them along to you, essentially, Brandon. So these are yours, and this time it's got like extra bonus accessories. Like look at the little ice cream.
That is amazing.
You're holding your camera.
That ice cream is amazing. If that is not me, I do not know what.
This is like
that is brilliant.
The perfect Brandon ice cream camera, literally like his logo. Yeah, beautiful. Your logo used to be on the screen. Where's it gone? There it is. There it is. But yeah, look at that. Perfect. So shout out Hero of Collections. Yeah, very good. As I said, I don't want to spoil the surprise of what else is in there. So as I said, I'm going to post this up, send it to you, and then we can talk about it again when you're on the stream, when we're next on stream. But again, just showing some love. Thank you very much, Hero of Collectors. I keep saying collections because you're Hero Collections, but it's collectors. Hero of Collectors. He also sent me another Donatello. So now because of Rush, so now because of Rush sent me one as well, and so did Hero of Collectors. So now I've got two Donatellos, so I can open one and keep one on card. So I've just got to decide which card is better. But that's not it all, Brandon. That's not it all. I couldn't just go for one retro turtle. And this card back is different to the sewer layer pack that I've recently got. It's the Walmart exclusive, sort of more of an homage to the 1988 releases. You definitely weren't born in 1988. But
I wasn't.
Do you remember who my turtle hookup is in America across the pond? You helped me out with those bunnies.
Yes, Andy Davis.
Andy Davis, of course
Lego
it is.
Ranger.
So what was pretty funny, he sent me this parcel and he put it in a Pampers box, so like nappies, big nappy box. And I wasn't in when the delivery came, so it had to go to the neighbours. So Amanda had to go to the neighbour's house to collect my parcel because obviously I didn't know. And the neighbour just walked to the door with this giant box of Pampers to give to Amanda. And Amanda was like, what the is Dan buying? Do you know, like she thought something weird was going on. So she sent me a picture of this box going, what have you been buying? And I was like, Andy's done me there. So I've messaged Andy going, haha. And he's like, oh, my missus says I pamper you too much. And I was like, I see what you did there. But he's not wrong. So not only did I get Donatello, I had to go and get the other three turtles. Now, they're not as good as Donatello, of course, but I do have Michelangelo. I believe this is Phil Jones's favourite. If I'm wrong, Phil, let me know. But I've got Michelangelo now, again on that retro card. Most people's favourite. He won the poll, to be fair, when people's favourite is Leonardo, of course. And then this is like Parallel's favourite, I think, and many others, but Raph. So I've literally got them all now on card. So very excited about that. These are all going to stay on card, by the way, people. These are like just a display on that retro card because I can't afford figures from 1988. They go for hundreds of pounds now. One other thing that I got that Andy sent me, that's why he needed to send it me in a massive Pampers box, right? Look at this for some retro goodness, people. This isn't even available in the UK. This is the Turtle Party Wagon, the Mutant Attack van. I had this as a kid. God knows where it is now. Probably one of my cousins or in a charity shop somewhere. But I know I had it as a kid, 1000%. And like, I'm not a massive fan of buying secondhand, especially like you know what it's like being a collector. You want all the accessories, you want to put the stickers on your stuff, all that extra stuff that we're like. So I've never actually went back to buy one on the aftermarket, but they reissued it, not in the UK, in the US, in Walmart, and Andy Davis picked it up for me and shipped it, and it's got here safely. There's a little dink on the box, but like, I'm not selling this or anything. This is for me. Like, I might actually open this up and display with my retro turtles. So I just want to send a massive, massive thank you, of course, to my turtle whisperer from across the pond. Not only did he hook me up with the NECA bunnies, but now he's hooked me up with these turtles. And this retro van is just so nostalgic. And you know me, I'm addicted to nostalgia. If nostalgia was a drug, right, I'd say hook it to my veins, and just leave me. So yeah, Andy Davis, thank you very, very much. Brandon, you're way too young to had these as a kid, but do you recognise it at least? Does it ring a bell?
No. So I had something very similar. So in 2003, when they did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series, I had a turtle van similar to that one, but it was like all green, kitted out with like, were they missiles? I don't know, stuff like that. But it had like little add-ons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that hype that comes with the turtle van for sure.
Yeah, no, I love it. And they're doing, apparently Playmates are re-releasing the Blimp as well. Definitely had the Blimp as a kid. So, like, again, I'm putting everyone on a high alert. Andy Davis, Hero of Collector, Rush, everyone who's helping me out over the years. If you see that Blimp, do not even hesitate to Facebook me or Twitter me or whatever. Just buy it, right? The money is yours. Help me get that Turtle Blimp when it gets re-released, because it's going to be very, very soon. But yeah, again, massive thank you to Hero of Collectors for the minifigs. Me and Brandon now have a full set, and again, Brandon will get his hopefully for the next stream, and he can show them off. So thank you very much to Hero of Collectors. I'll pin his Instagram to the top, and Andy Davis as well. Thank you very much. He knows I'm very grateful. But yeah, that turtle van, again, super nostalgic. Just now I have that dilemma, Brandon, of like, do I keep it on the card just because the card's so beautiful and retro and nostalgic, or do I open it up, display my turtles with it? First world problems, mate. First world problems.
First world problems, indeed. Indeed.
All right, where's my mouse gone? There it is. Oh, my mouse is died.
So just while we're talking, I'm gonna take a page out of Kevin's book, and I'm gonna unbox this Miles to pose while we're talking.
Okay, so while we're talking, let's get into some Legends talk, because it's been half an hour in, and we, of course, the second part of the stream will, of course, be the main topic, which is Toy Biz. But we're rolling there naturally. We get there naturally, and you'll see why. Right. So let's start off with some Legend news, because we're spoiled. There's always Legend news, and last time we spoke, the Sentinel, well, we can talk about the Sentinel real quick, actually. Yes. All our American friends have been getting emails saying it's getting shipped. People are like tagging me in FedEx notifications, and we're just sitting here like clenching our teeth going, yeah, I'm really happy for you. Where's ours? Come on now. Phil Jones said he's been getting emails from Xavi, and he keeps getting excited, and it's just like, here's a 10% discount off books, and he's like, oh, fuck off, where's my Sentinel? So yeah, no Sentinel update from us, but I did ask Ryan Ting in our interview that I did recently, and he did sort of say that they should be shipping the same time. So, but a lot of things have been delayed in the UK recently, so I'm not holding my breath. I do think we're going to get an onslaught of American friends getting it first, showing it off before we even get a whisper in the wind of our Sentinels on the way. But I'm happy, you're happy. I say that with pain, but no, I'm happy all you guys across the pond are getting yours, but we've had no update. Just remember, last year we never had Hasbro Pulse, so we had to get ours from Xavi, and there's the Sentinel. Just while that's in your hand, Brandon, then first thoughts, is that better than the Mayfex?
This is my favorite figure of the year.
Oh wow, okay, so that answers that then.
I'm really sorry if Omega Weapon is watching, but this just beat Charizard as my #1 figure of the year.
Wow.
Like this thing is like everything the Mayfex should have been.
Chat Hero Collectors, he just said
any other accessories on it yet.
Sorry, just Hero Collector said he's got to go back to work, lads. I'll catch you on the replay. All good, my friend, and thank you very much for it again.
Yes,
but yeah, that's a statement, Brandon. That is a statement.
Yeah, this thing is. I was supposed to open this yesterday. I just dropped one of the heads. I was supposed to open this yesterday, but I just never got around to it, obviously, because it was a busy day. And so I was going to open it today, and then it got to most of the way through today, and I thought, no, I'm going to open this live on the stream, just because I've got high hopes for it. But, man, this thing is like something else.
Just jump into the chat. Tech and Collect says, Dan, what do you think of my van? So if you're not following Tech and Collect on Instagram or Twitter, then you'll be missing out on all his crazy 3D sculpting and printing. And he has actually started the sort of build for a 3D printed turtle van. So yeah, it looks amazing.
Really?
It looks amazing. Tech and Collect. I do think it's something that NECA and Super 7 may get to eventually. So but yeah, honestly, his look great. So yeah, go and check out Tech and Collect on Instagram and Twitter, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, that looks like it's jumped out of the cartoon. That's crazy. That's crazy good. Yeah, that looks good. Sentinel, yeah, they only did like Iron Man figures, hasn't they? That's like
I need to go and order the pizza now. Oh. This is and as well, it feels in hand, like the way it feels is like amazing.
Your boy's got toys. Says no ship notification in California for Sentinel. Okay, so maybe it's not all of the US. Abnugler says, funny enough, I do have 4 different Donnies. Oh, okay. Abnugler's talking about his favourite turtle, Donatello, again. Shout out Raph, if that is your real name. And Rush also says, I have not received any notice of Sentinels. So interesting. Okay, so maybe it's certain areas of America, maybe East Coast. I don't know for sure, but I'm definitely being tagged in a lot of Sentinel talk. But anyway, let's talk about this recent Galactus HasLab, because it is now funded. We knew it was going to get funded, and I win our bet, Brandon. We didn't bet anything actually, but you said it would go to 19,000, right? And I wanted to say 20,000, but just to be funny for the comedic value, I said 19,001. So I'm closest, right? Because it actually got to 32,367. Smashed the Sentinel. It smashed the Razor Crest. Does that number surprise you?
I mean, it doesn't surprise me because, as far as I'm concerned, I think Galactus was worth the price tag on his own, right? Like, I really think that this thing is bigger than the Sentinel. It is like they've said, it's the most complicated Marvel Legend ever. All those points of articulation. I think it has the light up features, right? Like, there's just so much there to enjoy. Then you throw in all of the tiers on top of it. It doesn't surprise me that this hit 30,000. Did I think it was going to hit 30,000? Probably not. I don't think any of us did. I thought it would hit well over 20, but I didn't think it would go all the way to 30. So this was a just absolutely raging success.
I was confident it would beat the Sentinel, and I'm sure I'm on record saying that. The only thing that the Sentinel had in its favour is because it was an army builder. But you have to remember the Sentinel was sort of in the middle of the pandemic. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would have got a Sentinel, but they must have lost their jobs or family members not working. Like, it was a weird time to do a HasLab. I don't think that was Hasbro's fault necessarily, because I think they have a schedule and no one predicted what was going to happen in 2020, but that was the case. So I had faith it may get to the Sentinel numbers, but I didn't think it would actually win out the best selling HasLab so far and beating out the Razor Crest, because we all know how crazy the Star Wars fan base is. So just skimming through these tiers, we haven't talked about these last two, so let's just quickly talk about these. So Morg, what are you saying? I'm happy we got another 6-inch figure with this. So now we get 3 Heralds, 3 6-inch figures, 2 we've never had before with Nova and Morg. So I can forgive Quick the Silver Surfer. I'm genuinely not mad about getting another one, to be honest. But Morg, what are you saying? I think he looks good.
I think Morg looks fantastic. And again, like, this is, it looks huge. It's new sculpt, all new sculpt, pinless. Like, we wouldn't have probably got this otherwise at retail. I think Dwight said that as well, right? That this wouldn't have appeared anywhere else, really.
Yep.
So I'm really happy about this. I think my only nitpick of the whole thing is that I love the fact that we got that new Surfer, new face sculpt. The stand is amazing. The only other stand that has ever compared to that is the Marvel Select one, and that is really hard to come by now. If they'd made Surfer pinless, that would have just set the whole thing just to a whole new level for me. It would have taken it from like being the best thing ever to being the best thing that there ever could be. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's my only nitpick. Other than that, I think this is amazing. I can't wait. I just have no idea where he's going to go, but I can't wait to figure it out.
So 3 great unlockable tiers, no complaints with them at all. 3 heralds. Your opinions on this, Brandon?
It's okay. It's going to sit in the box for the rest of its life. I think when it happened, I thought, oh yeah, okay, fine. I got a bit overexcited, and having another herald was probably a bit much to ask. Because you think that those heralds are going to be what, like $25 each? So the thing is 400. Take away 3 of them, you're left at 325. Like, I thought, okay, it makes sense that we probably won't get another figure. But I think instead of, like, I would have liked an unmasked Galactus head. Would have been cool, and it would have been like, it would have made sense, right? Like, I don't think I would even take pictures of this Doom head. Like, I mean, I said it now. I'm fast forward a year and a half. I might do, but like, you know, I think like I saw a lot of people talking about like a little mini globe, like world devouring effects or something like that. Like some effect pieces, anything like that would have been really cool because I would have used it. This I won't use. It's okay. It's fine. I'm happy with everything else. But yeah,
can I get a quick hit and miss in the chat, please, on this Doom head? Because when I think Phil Jones first sent me this picture, and it popped up on my Instagram like this, right? So this is how I first seen it, and I thought, oh, a 6-inch Doom bot. Like I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder what that's from. And then I was like, oh wait, it's an extra head, and I'm like, what? And I'm just like, oh, pal. How you doing, everyone? Shout out NASA.
Donated $5.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Brandon. I got 2 Galactus on pre-order plus an email about the Sentinel shipping soon.
Now he's showing off. NASA is showing off. But we appreciate the super chat. He says, happy birthday, Brandon. I got 2 Galactus on pre-order plus the email about the Sentinel shipping soon. So, yeah, that's a good week. That's a good HasLab week.
That's a very good HasLab week.
But yeah, thank you very much. Much appreciated for your super chat. As again, don't be shy, people, with the super chats today. Over 100 people here. The flashing lights are on. We're talking Legends. We're getting into the Toy Biz talk. But first, let's just recap some of this Marvel Legends news. And I love the Hasbro team. I spend a lot of money on Marvel Legends. You know I do. But this Doom head, like you said, I don't want to be negative and be super negative, but it's never coming out of the box. Like, if I do take a picture, I do put it on the figure, it's maybe just for the review. But like the one, I only got, full disclosure, I only bought 1 Galactus. In an ideal world, I would have liked to get 2. The collector and me knew the value. Like, this is already on eBay for like 900 quid, you know, like,
yeah. So
like the collector and me knew it would go up in value. So of course I would have wanted to, just to keep one for a rainy day, you know, that broken calf and that, you know, I've got upstairs. But it couldn't happen. There's too many stuff, turtles and everything that's going mad. So like, yeah, so I couldn't get 2. I only got 1. And obviously I'm not going to display my Galactus with a Doom head, especially when this is like a gimmick panel. It's like 1 panel in the comics, I think. So it's a very, like, I don't know. I don't know if they were just being funny or what. They've just scaled up the Doom head we've already got. Did the light effects still work through the eyes? I assume so. But I'd be curious to know who's brought 1 Galactus and displaying this head. Like, maybe there is someone out there. I'm sure there is, and I'm happy for you. And maybe there is. There always is. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, there's 30,000 of us. One of us must be.
Yeah, let me just jump into the chat real quick. I want to see if anyone's saying anything good. Okay, so Mini Plastic Multiverse says, waste of plastic. Rich M says hit. Rich is a fan. Lizzie Hart says miss. AJ says miss. Phil Jones says miss. Shogun versus Wu-Tang, he says mega miss. Mason says, that's a effing miss. I felt like I got shot in the heart. Omega Weapon says hit. Ron says, I like it. OK Figures says hit. Jay's Toys Collection UK says, love Galactus, love Doom, but not together. Lots of misses. Jurgen says, I totally agree with Brandon. Dog says miss. Shout out Dog, is always here watching. Ruff. Rush McGowan says miss. Clint-tastic says miss. The Wolfpack Tour Review says miss, but Brandon is right. In 18 months, it might be my favourite. Damien says miss for Doom, hit for Master Mold. Home Dude says hardcore, trash, miss. Robert Page says miss, big miss. Shogun says Galacti, yeah, for the people that have brought more than 1. David says hit, feels very classic Fantastic Four hijinks, even if it's from a modern story. Yeah, true, it does look like a sort of quirky thing from back in the day. Screw Toy says meh. To Catch a Legend says hit, don't back it, didn't back it, but the Galacta Doom made me think real hard. Oh wow, that was the sort of tipping point for people. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so lots of misses. Abnugler says miss. Doomhead, I don't care because I don't back Galactus. Because, yeah, the chat, we've got a poll going on right now. There's 130 votes in the poll. And so far, 52% says how yes, they backed it. And 48, which is a high percentage. And again, like, this show is very Marvel Legends focused. So, like, for nearly half of the audience to say they didn't back it, like, I'm very curious, is that a financial decision? Because again, like, no bloody I don't know what the word, no judgment there. Do you know what I mean? I completely get it. If you just say that's too much for a toy, I agree with you. I do not disagree with that fact. But we're idiots. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, not if that's a decision that you made, fair enough. But if you just genuinely didn't want a Galactus in your decision, but as a Marvel fan, I do think Galactus is worthy of being in a display. Like, this guy is going to be epic. I'm going to have this guy holding a plate and with my tea and my Copperberg on it while I'm streaming. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be my butler.
Really?
Maybe.
That's going to be brilliant. I'm not even joking. That will actually be brilliant.
Yeah, it's going to be the coffee table type thing. He just stand there, plate on his hand, and he just serves me my drinks. So yeah, Doomhead not for me. I do think there's lots and lots and lots of other things they could have gave us instead of this Doomhead. But again, I'm happy with the 3 Heralds and Galactus. If that was it right there, I would have been happy. So this is just an extra. Who's to complain about that? Do you know what I mean? Like, so fair play, bravo, congratulations to the Hasbro team. We've now got Galactus, 3 interchangeable heads for faceplates for Galactus, 3 Heralds, and a Doom head just as a fun gimmick. So yeah, bravo. And Dan was on Unparalleled Universe's stream. Shout out Unparalleled, and MCU Collector. Shout out Brian. He was saying on that stream that next year something is going to get released that's going to go very nicely with our Galactus. So he never said it's a wave or a single figure or a deluxe. People are just sort of speculating it's going to be a wave like we got with the X-Men wave and the Sentinel. I don't think it's going to be a wave. I just think we're just going to get maybe Tarex as a deluxe figure, or maybe what's the Fire Lord in a wave or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I just think we get another Herald somewhere. Whether they make a big deal out of it or not, I do think we get another Herald. So we shall see, because that Tarex figure still holds up. It's early Hasbro. There's no reason why they can't re-release that.
And it is also selling really like on the aftermarket at the moment. It is really shot up, which I was so confused about, because I keep seeing it recently and I'm thinking, why is
of the Galactus
going up in power? Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. For some reason, I just hadn't put 2 and 2 together.
I only had a few of the Build-A-Bigger parts of Tarex, and I got bored of trying to build him because some of the legs came with like certain characters I didn't want or whatever. Anyway, I sold off my pieces, so I do not have Tarex. So if they re-release him, I'll be very happy with that. But I do want a Fire Lord as well. And yeah, go back and watch go back and watch our stream. Literally, super producer Rich put a great list together of heralds, and there's a whole stream just like this, just like you're watching now on the playlist, where we're literally talking about all the heralds of Galactus. So if you want to just have some background noise next time you're out on a drive or something and want to hear about the heralds of Galactus and their origins and what they mean to Galactus, Rich M tells us it all on one of these streams. So shout out to super producer as always. Okay, so let's bounce through some of this toy news. So before we get to that, you wanted to mention these FH Figure Arts Spider-Man figures. So like Brandon has an epic collection of imports when it comes to MCU figures. So there's 3 different suits here by the look of it, right?
And I'm getting none of them.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think I don't know what SHF are playing at. Like, I think a lot of people love these, to be fair, so it's clear what they're playing at. They sell very good action figures, but for me, like, when I look at it, it just doesn't, like, the proportions don't look good to me, and they have like the weird crotch piece and stuff, and it just they're a bit off to me. I think a lot of people love these. A lot of the reactions I was reading this morning look very happy for them. I think it's more that if you're looking at these standalone, they're great figures. If you look at them compared to the Legends, especially the integrated suit, I think the Legends looks better. Obviously, this will articulate better because it has, the engineering is structured that way. But I think if Marfex was to do one, it would just blow this out the water.
People do love their import Spider-Man figures. I think he's always been a popular character. He started it. One of Mafex's first Marvel characters, I think, was the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. And they've just constantly improved. I used to always just watch reviews online, and people used to enable me to want these, like I nearly brought the Infinity War figures when they first got shown, because I was so hyped for Infinity War. Thank God I didn't, because that Spider-Man that they first revealed is terrible, but you get caught up in the hype, don't you? So again, 3 different suits in the film makes sense. Every Spider-Man film's had a couple of suits, so not mad about that, but at least they're ahead of the game and they're all out straight away. And
the other thing about these as well is that because Mafex won't release because they won't release theirs until maybe the end of next
2025.
Year,
yeah, I get.
Yeah, exactly. That is why these will also sell really well, I think.
So yeah, they're out. I don't know if they've been solicited. Are they up for a pre-order?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Keep an eye on the Fuchs Weekly. That's where I get all my toy news from. So I'm sure Robo will tell us eventually. And again, just to talk about, just not going to go into this deep, but the Eternals has went up for pre-order. They were revealed in the live stream with the last fan first. They never went up for pre-order until now. They are now up for pre-order. So Brandon, just thoughts, because all I'm seeing is negative stuff. So I just want to break that mold and say I am very excited for the film. I think these undoubtedly look great. Just think, as whether you want these on your collection or not, you cannot deny these look very accurate to what we're about to see in the movie, so I think these look great. I love building out the MCU in plastic. I'll be getting these, no problem at all. It just, as I said, I'm excited for the figures and for the movie. I've said publicly the trailers haven't really added any of that enthusiasm for me, but it doesn't mean I'm not enthusiastic for the film. My level of enthusiasm's been consistent since I knew this film was coming out, but the figures look great and I'm all in. What about you, Brandon?
I'm all in. Pre-ordered the Wave. Haven't yet got Crow, but we'll get Crow, the deluxe figure, the villain. I'll say on these what I always say about Eternals. I think that the hate is unnecessary. Take the haterade and pour it somewhere else. People these look fantastic. You got the whole team right off the bat. They're all pinless. I think that first trailer, I was a bit like, okay, cool. It's not blowing me away, but I'll take it. That second trailer, I think it's amazing. I think this film is going to be amazing. I think it's going to look amazing. I think we're going to fall in love with these characters. And I cannot wait to see the haters go running back to stores trying to pick these up after the movie comes out. Cannot wait to see it.
Just real quick as well, the 2 exclusives, they're in the US. One of them's a Walmart and one of them's a Target, I believe. They haven't been solicited anywhere yet. Not even us in the UK can get them yet. So this is just my educated guess based on previous exclusives. We won't really get a pre-order for them. They will just land in stock somewhere. So usually the stores are pretty good at giving us a heads up as well if they're due in.
Dan Ewan said on Twitter, because a couple of people asked him, he said later this fall.
Yeah, so again, for us in the UK, even though we don't have Target and Walmart, I do believe our standard places, Comic and Cocktails, In-Demand Toys, Kapow, Star Action Figures, Toys R Us, all of them will get them, but they may not put them up for pre-order. They may just fall into stock, so they just keep an eye out. As I said, if you're watching this channel, I'll tell you when they're coming out. Don't you worry, because as I said, I'm all in for these. So yeah, just wanted to give the Eternals some love, because I'm excited for MCU Phase 4. I liked Black Widow, not as much as Brandon, but I didn't feel like that was Phase 4 yet. I felt that was a gap filler of previous phases. Phase 4 for me kicks off with Shang-Chi tomorrow, and you've got your tickets booked, right?
I am going to be there 5 o'clock tomorrow, finishing work a little bit early to go catch it. Booked it on the biggest screen at my local theatre, so I'm very, very excited.
Yeah,
very excited.
I might not be able to get to see it until Monday, because obviously I want Amanda to come with me. I can go and see it on my own tomorrow if I wanted to, but I like to drag Amanda to the MCU films with me so she can sort of understand my excitement.
Go see it in IMAX tomorrow and then take her back on Monday.
Maybe.
I'm not joking.
I haven't decided yet.
That's what I'm doing. I'm seeing it regular tomorrow and then IMAX at the weekend.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet. I could do. Either way, I'll see it. I will see Shang-Chi before next Thursday, so we can have a little mini review on Thursday. And I'm sure I'll come home and appreciate the Shang-Chi figures that I already have on my display even more when I've got a bit of context and know more about these characters. And hopefully we find out who the heck Morris is. Who is that hairy furball with wings? We will find out. You'll find out tomorrow, Brandon. Very excited. When you've seen the film tomorrow, obviously, message me with no spoilers. Just tell me if you like Morris or not, all right? Just say, Dan, I like Morris, or I don't like Morris, all right? That's all I want to know.
I'm gonna try and avoid giving you an overestimation this time.
Brandon was obviously very excited to see Black Widow, so he said he did hype it up a little bit, and then I was a little bit underwhelmed. But I only think because I hyped myself up, because it'd been so long since we went to the cinema to see a film. I was just expecting way too much. Where I think Black Widow leveled out at what I should have expected. Not that I disliked Black Widow at all. As I said, I just felt it was a gap filler. It was a Scarlett Johansson movie essentially for the great work she's done for the 10 years, but I guess that's the last of that for Scarlett Johansson. That's all over now. Shame, sad times, but we've got Yana Belova, so we can have Florence Pugh, who I'm not complaining about at all. Very much love her. British actress as well, and hopefully we see her in Hawkeye as well, which is having reshoots next week, so
is it really?
Yeah, having reshoots. So
very interesting.
Yeah, reshoots are usually a good thing because they're adding stuff in that people want or expect, or they twist things around. So, not a bad thing at all.
There's also been that thing circulating around about something in Moon Knight.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo appearing in Moon Knight, and he. Yeah, and there's also what's Charlie Cox was saying that they're not his arms in the Far From Home trailer and stuff like that.
But then someone else asked him something about it, and he had said. How did he phrase it?
Something like he doesn't want to spoil it, or like he's...
Yeah, I think he said something like he's anxious to say the wrong thing, or something like that, he said. Similar to what William Dafoe said. William Dafoe said something like, it's usually better to talk about movies after they come out. So, anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, like there's been so many rumors. Like I feel like if you follow any like Marvel fan accounts or anything like that, every day there's another rumor that someone's appearing in the Multiverse of Madness. Do you know? Like I wouldn't be surprised if the next post is like Dan and Brandon appear in the Multiverse of Madness, like reprising their roles. I'm like, what am I? Like everybody is in the Multiverse of Madness. It's ridiculous.
It was Mobius and
how long is that film going to be? Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not mad about it, but apparently the X-Men are going to be in it, or one of the X-Men in particular. I won't say if case it's true, but like so many people are like, I'm like, isn't this just a normal 2-hour movie? At the minute, this thing's we're going to be in the cinema for a week long. Take your tents, people, because everyone's in that movie. Everybody, bloody hell.
Captain Carter as well, they said.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that though either, because Haley Atwell, we need more her, and she just think in technically canon she's an old woman now. Well, she's passed away in the MCU now, so if this is a way to get her back in, then happy days. But she's gonna have to hit the gym.
She's one of my favourites. She is absolutely one of my favourites.
Yeah, the Carter program was actually underrated.
Agent Carter.
Yeah, that was underrated. 2 seasons though. I think there's still 2 seasons on Disney Plus if you want to see a bit of Agent Carter. All right, sound. We're nearly an hour in. Over 122 people here. Let's get into some Marvel Legend Toy Biz talk. So, if you are all here, then I'm assuming at some point or other you jumped on the Marvel Legends train. Let's be honest, it has been one of the most, and I'm not just kissing ass at this point, these are just the facts. It has been one of the most consistent 6-inch toy lines, as I said, for nearly 2 decades now, and the quality is just getting better and better and better. They've had their ups and downs, don't get me wrong, peaks and troughs, but we are in the golden age right now. Like some of the action figures they are releasing right now are some of the best action figures, period, full stop, that we've ever had of certain characters. Our favorite, I always say, I want the best version of my favorite characters represented in plastic on the shelf. So sometimes upgrades need to happen. I know people don't like buying the same character twice, but let's be honest, Toy Biz had its day. Hasbro have took the mantle and ran with it, and today we just want to reminisce about the Toy Biz figures, and we're going to talk about a pile of them that I think Hasbro can redo. And so, again, massive shout out to super producer Rich M. He helped put this list together. I think he was asking people on his Instagram story. So again, if you're not following Rich M, then you can't be involved with the voting of these type of things. So go and follow Displayed Once on Instagram. Brandon's loving that Spidey as well, by the way. So before we get into the toy, and the reason we're talking about this, by the way, is because during the last Fan First, Ryan Ting, and I did ask the Marvel team in my interview, I did let them know that the next year is going to be the 20th anniversary, obviously knowing they already knew this. They didn't tell me anything then, but they did show this off, and as you can see, this is just a base with the old Marvel Legends logo, the one that I've used on the thumbnail of this video. It's just a base with the old Marvel Legends thumbnail. It's even got like a little slip for a comic or a back cover or something, with peg holes, so it's got us thinking. That's what this engages Toy Biz Talk. So before we get into showing off our list today, Brandon, what's your memories of Toy Biz? Obviously, you were a baby or a toddler at least when Toy Biz first came out. That wave one, I very much doubt you had that unless you had great parents and they're like, we know you're going to love Legends. But when did you first get on board with Legends, and was it because of Toy Biz?
Yeah, so it definitely was because of Toy Biz. My earliest... well, I want to say they're my earliest, but I don't actually know the chronological. Like, I don't actually know the release dates for these things. But I think it's my earliest. But I remember the X-Men Classics.
Yep.
So I had Iceman from the X-Men Classics. There's like a long-bladed Wolverine. There's an Archangel in a funny outfit from that I had. Well, not Archangel, just regular Angel, I think. But my biggest thing from Toy Biz was the Sinister Six box set I got for Christmas one.
Nice.
And that was like my most favorite thing ever. That Sinister Six Spider-Man went with me everywhere. Like, I loved it. In terms of the actual main line of Toy Biz, I think the only one that I actually remember having as a kid was Bishop, Pyro, Nightcrawler. I didn't have like any of the Wave 1, Cap, Iron Man, Thor, or anything like that. I don't think I had any of the later ones. Those are the three I remember growing up with, though. Pyro, Bishop, and Nightcrawler. And then I had the Iceman from the X-Men Classics one. So and then as I say, Sinister Six Spidey. But I remember that as if it was yesterday. Like, absolutely loved them. I still have a box full of like my favorite Toy Biz figures.
Do you have any? Just any favorite ones, just off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head.
No, are any Toy Biz figures still in the display? Shall we say?
Oh no, none.
Yeah.
None in the display. None, because they just don't fit. They don't fit. They don't look as good. They're not as fun really anymore. Like, I couldn't pose them like how I like posing them. Really.
Just aesthetically, they just don't fit anymore. It's just the truth. No. It's just the truth.
Yeah. And that doesn't make them bad figures.
No,
like,
not at all.
Wade and Brian had a bit of a back and forth about it on their stream with Dan.
Hang on. Did Wade like them and Brian hates them, doesn't he, or something like that?
Yes. Yeah. And it isn't like, I like them, but there's no place for them anymore. Like, they're outdated.
They're just of their time. That's all it is. They're of their time. It's just, things happen. Things get upgraded. Do you see anybody out there still rocking a Nokia 3210? No, because phones upgrade. People just move on. It's just one of them. Doesn't mean that we look back at them negatively or we now think they're terrible. They're just of their time. They're capsules of the moment. So you appreciate them for what they were. And as I said, you have to respect them for what they were, because if they weren't around, we wouldn't have what we have now. So I've got nothing but love for the Toy Biz figures. I've said it for a long time on this channel. People know I've been getting rid of the Toy Biz figures I had left and right. The only ones I still have is the Build-A-Figure Sentinel, just because it's it's just iconic, the Build-A-Figure Sentinel, and also the Toy Biz Beast, because Beast is my favourite figure. I had it on mint. I had mint on card Toy Biz figure, and I opened it just to do a throwback review on this channel, which probably got like 200 views. What an idiot! Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of stuff I do for content here on the channel. Go and show that video some love, because I should have kept that on card now, because now that's just that Beast is just in a tote, where I could have displayed that Toy Biz figure just on the wall, because that one held up for a long time. Just think, it weren't until 2018 we got that new beast. So, and even characters like Kang, MODOK, we were talking about earlier, they were still in the display for a while until this year. Hasbro come along, knocked them off.
Yeah, I think Kang was early Hasbro, right?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Based on Toy Biz molds, though.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. I think it was like on the Ares Build-A-Figure or something like that.
But MODOK and Mojo definitely were ones that I've seen.
And again, we haven't got a new Mojo, so that one can still be in a display, and I wouldn't be mad at you for it.
Yeah, I've got two of the Toy Biz Sentinels. Fun fact: once upon a time, I got pictures somewhere. I had 6 of those, and I had 4 of the Marvel Universe Sentinels.
Wow, proper army build.
That's like going back years now. I had those, but I ended up just selling them all, apart from those 2, and I've got one Marvel Universe one I think left. That Giant Man Build-A-Figure is one of my favorite figures of all time. Absolutely adore that thing.
Still goes for a pretty penny as well. Still goes for a pretty penny.
Yeah. How about you? What are your memories of Toy Biz?
Well, as I chat along, let me just throw this to the chat real quick. So before we get into our actual list of figures that we want to see remade by Hasbro, and again, we're just talking about the figures that haven't been redone yet. So they've still been made by Toy Biz, haven't been redone yet. I do want to just ask the chat, are there any Toy Biz figures still in your display? Like, what Toy Biz figures still stand out in a Marvel Legends display right now? Who holds up? What Toy Biz figures genuinely, like, forget nostalgia, let's just hand on heart, let's be honest with ourselves here, people. What Toy Biz figures still work in a modern day aesthetic for a Hasbro display? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I'll read a couple out. But yeah, my memories for Toy Biz are just basically seeing them on the shelves at like Toys R Us and stuff, the big blister packaging and the comics and stuff like that. But it wasn't, as I said, I went through that phase, just think they were in the prime of me not collecting. I was watching them from a distance, enjoying them. When I was younger, I had the Spider-Man Classics. I think I had some of them before it turned into Marvel Legends. I think Marvel Legends came from Spider-Man Classics. So I think I had some of them because my brothers were still of an age. So my youngest brother is 10 years younger than me. So as I was getting out of stuff, he was just getting into certain stuff. But obviously, we cross paths with certain things. But your brothers... Like my brothers definitely didn't always like what I liked, if that makes sense. So like they were my brother, as I say, 10 years younger than me. He was growing up with computer games because all he watched was his older brothers playing computer games all the time. You know, so he wasn't that into toys. So it didn't really stay around in the household. And I was a teenager and I wasn't into it too much. It wasn't until I got that itch again, where I started going back, and I was making that decision between Marvel Select and Marvel Legends, and I was like, who makes the best version of each character? And then I was picking up the Toy Biz figures because they were quite cheap on eBay. Like certain ones were quite cheap. So certain characters, certain characters you could pick up really cheap. But then I was never like particularly happy with many of them, to be fair. But when that's the only option you have for a particular character, it wins. Do you know what I mean? It's either have no version of that character on a shelf or a Toy Biz version. So I do think they were very much of their time, but they haven't aged well, unfortunately. And I think even Dwight Stall, he knows that. He mentions that quite a lot, that they're of their time, but whether it's because the skill wasn't there or the technology wasn't there in regards to making these toys, we don't know. But as I said, there's no denying that what we have now is good. So let me just jump to the chat and read out a couple of favourites, then we'll get into our list.
Let's see what we got.
Okay, so just start off. We still have Mojo. Someone said, yeah, that's what Tyrone says. Okay, so Shogun starts us off with Spiral. Good shout, but wasn't Spiral Hasbro?
Yes.
So yeah, so it may have been like a follow-on from Toy Biz molds, like we mentioned with Kang. So that sort of counts. Home Dude says MODOK. I don't argue with you. I do think people could still use that MODOK in a display just because he's a big, like, ugly face, let's be honest. But I do think the new MODOK, people, is like better.
10 times better.
We didn't think it would be. All of us didn't think it would be.
Really? I always said it was going to be better.
Well, we said it would be a hard bar for the Hasbro team to beat. Shout out Richard Loves has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, my friend. But yeah, the new MODOK is better. But I understand if people wanted to save 50 quid because they had the previous Toy Biz one. I do think that'd be an excuse for some people. They're like, well, I've already got one. It's like, well, you could have get a better one. But you got to pay for it. Mason says, Giant Man is still in my display. He is hands down the best. A Build-A-Figure. Changed my mind. Not gonna argue with him. You said the same, right, Brandon?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love that figure. 100%.
Shogun says Nick Fury. Jurgen says Baron Strucker. Tekken Collect says the Sentinel and Galactus. Jedi Howard says Spiral. Ronan said the face off Captain America.
I was about to say that as well. Yeah,
how much did Imparadoud pay him to say that? It's Imparadoud's favourite as well, I think. Still,
but I love that face off Cap and the face off Hulk as well. That they were probably the ones that I kept around the longest on the shelf.
Was Red Skull packed with? I had one of those 2-pack. I had one with Elektra, I think, or was it a Skrull Elektra? Definitely had one of them a while ago.
The Skrull Elektra, I think, was early Hasbro as well.
Ah, okay.
I think Face Off Cap. So
that was Red Skull, right?
Mask version was with Red Skull, and then the unmasked variant was with Van Strucker.
Yeah. You're right. Capitalist, if my only Toy Biz legend broke, so I got nothing. Jamie says the Galactus builder figure works. And Tekken Collect mentioned Apocalypse as well. I wouldn't be mad at you if you still had that Apocalypse in your display, to be fair. That Apocalypse, because Apocalypse can change sizes and stuff like that, I reckon that can still hold up. Jay's Toys Collection UK says, I have Hobgoblin and Mojo in the display still. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. We definitely haven't got a new Mojo, so that one, and again, he's a horrible looking character, so it works. That sort of, because you can't be mad at Toy Biz. They did throw a lot of paint at these figures. It's just that the articulation and maybe the sculpts just weren't at the quality of they are today. If you can get the quality and sculpt that we get today and articulation, and then blend it with the detail and the amount of paint that went on figures back in the day, there's a good mix for you right there. A lot of people are saying MODOK, Galactus. Rush is saying Blackheart, Mojo, Genus Val, Toxin, Wolfman. Shogun saying Fing Fang Foom, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Spiral, Nick Fury, Punisher, Brood, and a few others I still proudly display. Beast still holds up, says Eric Stream. Nightcrawler articulation is unbeatable, says Richard. Maverick5 UK says I still have the Toy Biz Psylocke in my display. Had to resculpt the hair to make her fit with the Hasbro though. Cloud says I don't think I have any Toy Biz left at all. David says Spider-Man 2-pack, Spider-Man 2 Superposable will have a home until 2022 probably. Mason says Giant Man HasLab would have to be the one way to beat the Toy Biz one. Avin says we couldn't really afford toys when we were younger, and my parents would why I have so many now. Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot of us are literally just going back and buying what we wish we had as a kid. Trust me, that's part of the game. Tyrone says I didn't get the new MODOK until it was £30. Damien says the best Shocker 2 just needs a repaint. Dragon Man says Extreme. Guns N' Roses says I absolutely love the Baron Strucker figure. Cowboy Collector says the white suited face off Jigsaw still looks good. Yeah, that Jigsaw. We haven't got a Jigsaw Baron Strucker. These are all figures, Dragon Man, these are all figures that could have been in our list today. So let's get into it, people. So our list today, as the thumbnail says, as the title says, are Toy Biz figures that need remaking. That Hasbro haven't got to yet, all right? So we're not picking like Captain America or anyone like that. I'm sure Hasbro have got round to that already. These are characters that Hasbro haven't got round to yet, but Toy Biz did, all right? Does that make sense, Brandon?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so let's start off. And like this one, right, in the words of Thanos, is inevitable, right? We are getting, I'm very confident, if we don't get a Toad in 2022, I'm going to eat my hat. All right?
I couldn't agree more, bro. I don't think I'm going to stick a hat to it, but I could not agree more. I think this is so.
If we don't get a Toad in 2022, I'll eat my hat and Brandon's hat.
And the reason why is because this is such a thing that the Legends team would do.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Like we could have had this any time over the last few years with all the amazing X-Men figures that we've had, but this is such a good reason to wait to get that figure in hand. And as well, because the technology has caught up with it, that on one hand, yes, they could reuse the Doc Ock body, the same as Frogman, but at the same time...
Shout out Eugene.
They did this as... Yep, shout out Eugene, a lot of love for him. If at the same time, though, it could be your new Skull. Could be cool.
If I had to predict what Hasbro are going to do to celebrate the 2020 line, I will predict them re-releasing all of Wave 1 in some fancy packaging, so that, because Wave 1 has got heavy hitters, and even though Toad's not necessarily a heavy hitter, it's now one of those fan favourites that people want redone, remade. So I think my prediction would be they re-release Wave 1, or maybe a best of, or I don't know. Either way, they're going to definitely pay homage to these characters. But Toad right here is definitely, and can we play hit and miss as we go along with these people, and I'll read out a few as we go through. So if you agree with Rich M's pick, super producer, then please say hit and miss in the chat as we move through these. So hit if you would like Hasbro to redo Toad, and miss if you prefer the Toy Biz one. All right, that's how we're going to play it. So Brandon, for you, I'm assuming this has got to be a hit for you. We need a new Toad, right?
I think so. 100% hit for me.
Yeah, hit for me as well. Hit for me as well. And again, shout out to
finish that brotherhood.
Shout out to producer Rich with the packaging as well. If you pay very close attention, I didn't even notice this at first, but Brandon spotted it when Rich sent these over. It's actually got the old Dan Who logo. It's Dan Who logo from when I first started. It stuck around for like 3 years, so it had its day. But that old Dan Who Reviews logo is there with the old Toy Biz logo, because we're throwing it back today. As I said, we're in our time machine talking about Toy Biz, and a lot I hit. Mason says freaking hit, Abnorgler hit, Chase hit, Clintastic hit, Extreme hit, Jerry hit, David hit, Cap Lives hit, Lizzie hit, Screwed Toys hit, Joe figured it out says hit, Guns N' Roses says hit, Pickle Go Rotten says hit, Jack Legend go hit. There you go. People, the lurkers have came out from the shadows to say hit on this one. We appreciate you, people watching in the background as well. We appreciate the lurkers. Brian says hit, Home Dude says hit, Julian says hit, VJ says big hit, Jerkin says hit, Cloud Fox says hit for Toad with the frog emoji, Bean with the explosion, hit for the skinny 90s Toad, not fat Toad. Yeah, interesting. There's a couple of ways they could go for Toad, let's be honest. Your boy's got toys says hit 2-pack with Avalanche. I would take that all day long, like you said. Complete that would complete the Brotherhoods of Mutants very nicely, to be fair. Fabulous Disaster says hit, pow. Tanner's got hits. Justin with the hit. Jamie with the hit. Tekken Collector hit. Cowboy Collector says freaking hit. This is going to be, that's obviously going to be a hard one to beat. So we've started off strong with this one, all right, people? Started off strong with this. Next up. Okay, so I think Rich threw me a softball here, all right? So staying in theme with Fantastic Four, with Galactus, pick number 2 is Thing, right? And I know we're getting another Thing, but just play along with me here, right?
Okay.
Thing with a trench coat and hat, right? We're getting the variant Sue Storm, the completely transparent, well, not pin visible, but the transparent Sue Storm.
Sadly.
We're getting the Johnny Storm Flame On and regular Johnny Storm. Why can't we get a variant this Thing, Ben Grimm is clobbering time, but with the trench coat, like a soft goods trench coat and hat? Who wouldn't want that? You would want that, right, Brandon?
Yeah. I think I would, just for the fun of it. Like, it would remind me of, I didn't get it, but that NECA Raphael.
Yes, he's up here. He's up on the shelf.
Yeah, it would be just like that. It would definitely have the ACBA guys would go crazy for it. It would just exude another fun factor, especially if like it's really good really good soft goods.
Like, and don't get me wrong, I know it's public knowledge that the Hasbro team don't like soft goods. Like, we got it for the first time, I'm not sure ever, but for the first time in a long time, that was our soft goods, people. This little tunic piece here on the Retro Doom. That's about as much as we get. And that's for a character that has a cape as well. They went, we'll give you soft goods on a character with a cape, but not on the cape. That's what Hasbro are like when it comes to soft goods. So, I very much doubt we're going to get a trench coat for Grimm. But, again, this is our wish list. This is what I would like to see. If we're going to pay homage to this Toy Biz packaging, Toy Biz figures, give me a Ben Grimm. They also did Ben Grimm with the trench coat in the Fantastic Four retro line as well. So there's 2 ways they could give us this. But yes, the Legends team do not like soft goods. Lathe Pants is completely right. Again, they've made that public knowledge. They're not shy about it either. Okay, so just jump in the Thing with this. It's a hit from me and Brandon, of course. Thing with the mask. Jamie says hit. We need the trench coat and hat. Lizzie Hart said it won't be better than the Fuchs cloth one. Oh, the Fuchs, with his play days, he's got so many great custom stuff. I'm sure his thing is already wearing a trench coat. Where does he get it from? I want one for my thing. Guns N' Roses says, sure, why not hit? That's the attitude we like around here, Guns N' Roses. Get involved. Lazy Pants was saying the Legends teams don't like soft goods. David says, I feel like they wouldn't do it just because the retro set would be on the shelves. Oh, by the way, I completely know they won't do this, but as I said, Rich threw a softball for me because he knows I want this, and it's my stream. So there you go. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate you. But still a lot of hits though. Extremes has hit, Phil Jones has hit, Ben Boyce has hit, Tekken Collect says, I wonder if the Gremlins ones fit. That's a good shout. I've got that stripper gremlin. I know that sounds weird saying it out loud, but I do. I've got the stripper gremlin. Your face is. I've got all the Nika Gremlin ultimates, but I've got no one to speak to about because you collect them. But yeah, that's a good shout, Tekken Collect. I've got that stripper gremlin upstairs. Rich M says, but he's got a new hat. The Simpsons reference. See, we can find a way to talk about the Simpsons. Yeah, he does have a new hat. I'd buy it. Tac Tac Toys with film says hit. Is that Mark Tac Tac have a new YouTube? Well, we appreciate you, Mark. Shout out about Tac Tac. Yes, it is. Damien says hit. David said maybe in a year or two. VJ says call him Wonder Man because he's a hit. I see what he did there. I like that, David. I like that. Mini Plastic Multiverse says hit. He's got to be the next Thing figure, if not the Fuse Foundation version. If they do give Thing a trench coat, I don't think it will be soft goods. I think it will just be like a massive plastic one. It'd be terrible.
Yeah. Which I was.
I'd rather them not do that, by the way.
Yeah, I'd rather them not release it if it's not going to have the soft good.
There's a few misses though. Cowboy Collector says, oh, I thought this Man Thing for a second, which would have been a hit, but it's another Thing, so it's a miss. Miss, give me the Thing with tights and boots, says Cap Lives. Miss, don't need another Thing. The retro is fine, says Rush. Abnugler says, miss, wouldn't want another Thing. P.S. Raph is the best turtle. Cough, cough. I mean, Donnie, cough, cough. You're lucky I read so fast, because if I was paying attention, I wouldn't have read that at all, Abnugler, a.k.a. Ralph, if that is your real name. I don't believe him. He's still locked in the cave. He's down the well. We're sending our love down the well for Timmy O'Toole. I'm just going to call Ralph Timmy O'Toole from now on. Again, Simpsons people. Okay, next up. Okay, this was my pick. Yes. Sorry, people. That was just me picking. My mouse keeps dying. My bad. Where's my mouse gone? I can't even change. I need to. I do the old trick of I take the I take the battery out
and put it back in.
It worked. Okay, I might have to do that like 8 times before we end the stream. Next up, Ghost Rider. Yeah, this is the one that people want. Is this one you want?
Yeah. Actually, yes, because I think so. I had the Riders Ghost Rider, and then I sold it when it was like upwards of £100. Just because, like, I thought we'll get another one eventually.
Oh, so you don't have the Marvel Legends Ghost Rider, like, recent one?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, I haven't got one here. I had 2 over the years, but I sold them both.
He's an eager beaver. Money. He's an eager beaver, this one. He's an eager beaver. I tell him all the time. I
know. Yeah. But so this is definitely in need of an update, though, because we've had Johnny Blaze. But Ketch and the spike leather jacket we haven't quite seen yet, so this would be good. It'd also be another easy rider for sure. Just use the base of the bike that we've had so far and give it a couple of tweaks. So I think this would be cool.
Oh, and just to correct myself before I talk about Ghost Rider, Rush McGowan is just corrected me and said that the Gremlin is a flasher, not a stripper. Yeah, he's completely right. My bad. It's the flasher gremlin, not the stripper gremlin. Yeah, I even thought I had a stripper gremlin then. That is a very much different type of gremlin. But yeah, sorry, I was correcting myself. Back to Ghost Rider, however, Danny Ketch is a figure that people have been wanting during the round of interviews the Hasbro team did. This guy did get brought up a few times. Even Dwight mentioned this guy by name, not even spurred to. Like, it's obviously on his mind. So, and the Hasbro team are well aware of the aftermarket as well, and they've gave us Cosmic Ghost Rider. We know the other Ghost Riders goes for a pretty penny, so maybe they will give us Danny Ketch sooner rather than later. I don't think people will be mad about it.
I don't think so either.
But yeah, Danny Ketch. And again, the Ghost back in the day, the Riders, they did have a Riders themed, like, Toy Biz packaging. They crammed it all in the box. That is where you still see in the back of Ryan Ting's display, you see his love of Hawkeye and the Hawkeye Sky Cycle. You just can't take it off a display. He just loves it so much.
Exactly.
But yeah, they did have a Rider's Wave way back when. But Danny Cage.
Nerd-Based has one of those. Still mint on card. I see it every time I go, and I have to tell myself to walk away.
You need to get it and just put it on your display behind you.
Could you imagine?
Just never take it down. I'll do a throwback review. Okay, lots of hit. I'm seeing a lot of hit emojis for this. Wolfpack Tour Review says, big hit. I missed the Rider Series wave. Rich M says here. Michael says, do a Midnight Suns line. That would be sick. Yeah, that does sound great. Good idea, Michael. Abnogler, aka Timmy O'Toole, says, hit. Dwight even said that it's one he wants. Yeah, if it's one Dwight wants, I'm very sure he'll find a way to make it happen. I'm sure he's got a bit of sway in regards to this type of stuff. Pickles Go Rotten says, hit. Jamie says, yes, yes, yes. Ghost emoji. Bike emoji, hit. Need a Vengeance, says Eric Stream. Damien says hit, maybe a Xanos 2? Xanaros 2? I can't read, I'm sorry.
I don't know that name either.
I just asked Super Producer Rich. Oh, he's on another call. My bad. He's a man of many tasks. Cowboy Collector's here. Rush McGann says hit. Cloud likes this one a lot because he says hit. My first Ghost Rider. Hit. Too much fun last night, Dan, mixing up strippers and flashers. It's a work day. It's a working week. This is where the fun starts. This is where the weekend starts right now. Drinking Recorder nice and refreshing. Better than Koppelberg. It's not actually better than Koppelberg. I regret even buying this stupid Recorder but it's all I've got. So yeah, unless Recorder want to sponsor me, then delicious. Yum. Tweet me. VJ says Ghost Rider is bad to the bone. Clapper says miss. Need a Robbie Reyes. Yeah, with the Howl Rider, that'd be pretty good. Mini Plastic Multiverse says hit, but I'm 50-50 if I'd buy it. Those bikes take up a lot of room. Wow, the Howl Rider would take up even more room. Okay, next up, Giant Man. Now this guy's been named a few times already. Someone even suggested in the chat that the only way that we'd get a better Giant Man is if we had it in the HasLab sort of era. So you said yourself, Brandon, that the Build-A-Figure Giant Man was one of your favourites. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Toy Biz did do a single-carded Giant Man, and he had like 2 minifigures with him as well, I think, if I remember it correctly.
Yeah.
So, Giant Man. Hasbro haven't got to him yet. Well, they have technically Hasbro have given us Giant Man. He was in a 6-inch figure in the Ultron Build-A-Figure wave in 2016, and also obviously we've had the MCU Giant Man, but that's obviously MCU. They haven't gave us a taller than 6-inch comic Giant Man, a Hank Pym Giant Man. How would you like them to give it us if they were going to go and do it?
So I would definitely like a deluxe or super deluxe Bill Foster Goliath, and I would rather than have a Hank Pym Giant Man, I would rather it be a comic version, and I would rather it be a HasLab.
Yeah.
So when Quantum Mania drops the year after next, I would happily back a Giant Man HasLab that has like, and tiers could be anything from a Wasp to smaller versions of Giant Man or medium-sized versions of Giant Man. A Hank Pym with a lab coat, but please don't use that same body that you use for Reed, because I don't like that body that you use for Reed anymore. That's how I would rather see it, for sure. Because I think having Giant Man as a HasLab will really, really do it justice.
Yeah, my bad. I kept saying Giant Man about 1,000 times, but obviously it's Goliath. Okay. It's right here on the screen. Shout out Rich. He's, as I said, he's there. But they called him Giant Man as well. Back at last, Giant Man, aka Goliath. That was his nickname. But yeah, Ben Foster. Not Ben Foster. Who's Bill more? Foster. Bill Foster. Yes, Bill Foster. What's Morbius' name? What's his name? I know his name. The actor that plays Morbius in the Matrix. There you go. He's technically this character in the MCU, isn't he? And he talked about a time he went big, but we never actually obviously seen it. Goliath. I would like a Giant Man and Goliath. Give me both of them. Massive. Yes. They can be pillars of my. Basically, I have Galactus holding up my plate with my drinks on it. I have Giant Man and Goliath holding up a big piece of wood, and that can be my table, and I can just build furniture from all these giant legends. But yes, I would like a Goliath or a Giant Man. Looking in the chat, lots of people were saying hits for Giant Hit. Tekken Collectors HasLab. I think this is a good opportunity to do a HasLab that's not super expensive. Do you know what I mean? Like Galactus and Sentinel are like have a bit more complicated attire or mechanical pieces where, yes, you'd have to use a lot of plastic, but I don't think the sculpt would be too complicated for a Giant Man.
No,
like,
I don't think so either.
So it could be
which could mean for more interesting tiers, maybe. So.
Yeah, and I do think the Hasbro team are going to start. I don't think they're going to go higher with price point. If we do get another, just think Hasbro just made over £10 million with Galactus alone. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous to say, but why wouldn't they do this yearly? Do you know what I mean? Like, so
yeah. And just on that as well, though, because I keep seeing those numbers get thrown around. I think Boo keeps doing it a lot as well. But that's just like price tag alone, like generally, right? That's like not exactly after shipping and all the other complicated
of course,
real life
the logistics,
But because I kept seeing that number and I was getting confused. I was thinking, but that's not all going to them. But
it's just
I think you're absolutely right. I think if there was ever a chance to go, see a different version of a HasLab, this would be it.
It's the only reason I said that is because it's just a dramatic way to say it was successful. I don't particularly know. I don't particularly think this is going straight in the pockets of the Hasbro CEO, but I'm just saying it's very successful. So yes, I do think it's something. And I did ask the Hasbro team on my interview again, is this something they want to see regularly? And they didn't say no. So I don't think they're going to go higher. I do think, like, my predictions would be the next HasLab, they'd be kind to us. They've just give us a 350 Sentinel, a £400 Galactus. I think they'd be kind to us next year and go, do you know what? You can have another one, but this one's only 200. Just think, we don't know how much the new Star Wars one's going to be yet, but I reckon is that going to be more expensive than the Galactus? Do you think?
I wouldn't have thought so. Maybe. It's hard to say, but I wonder what they would do next year, if anything, because I think Giant Man the year after for Quantumania makes a lot of sense, because I think that movie drops like July, maybe
23. Yeah.
So it would line up, but I'm not sure what they would do next year.
Give me a Punisher van or a Throne Room or a Hall of Armor. I don't know. Go crazy.
Yeah, I would be happy with a Punisher van because I would probably skip it.
Go and watch our stream, people. I'm sure we've done another stream on all our HasLab ideas as well. Go and check out the playlist.
Comic and MCU, I think.
Yeah, go and check out the playlist of these live streams. Scroll around and you'll find a whole stream where we're literally just talking about potential HasLab ideas. And I'm still thinking about doing those bite-sized reviews, and that's got to be a topic for one. But yes, Goliath Man. Yes, let's have a Goliath Man and a Giant Man.
Favorite character.
Anyway, moving on.
Hank Foster.
Blade.
This is a must.
Now, arguably, you could say this kicked off the sort of success of comic book movies in cinema, because it's technically before X-Men, and it's definitely before the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And it was the most successful comic book film to date, I think, at that point. Maybe Superman was, I don't know the statistics, but my point was Blade was a success, and without the success of Blade, they might not have green-lighted X-Men, etc. So shout out Fleetwood Maverick, who's just become a subscriber as well. I see you, I appreciate you, thank you very much. So yes, Blade, notably for based off Blade 2 movie design, Wesley Snipes, perfect to revisit Wesley Snipes for a 20th anniversary legend, says Rich, and he's not wrong. Now, we are meant to be getting a new Blade within the MCU. We definitely need a new comic Blade, by the way, because the last one we got is terrible.
Yeah.
Would you want, if they were going to just release a one-off Wesley Snipes Blade, do you know, like they did with the X-Men, they did that anniversary line, would you buy a Wesley Snipes Blade?
Yes.
Yeah, I would as well. I
would want 3 head sculpts. I'd like sunglasses without sunglasses, 4 head sculpts. Sunglasses without sunglasses. Sunglasses with the teeth. Without sunglasses with the teeth.
Why not just removable glasses?
No, because then, like, if you're posing it, the glasses can fall off. You know.
Okay. 4 head sculpts then, please,
but
Hasbro.
give me 2, like they did with the 2 different Wolverines. You know, the 2 different Logans. I mean, I would love it. Hell yeah.
I think the first Blade movie, maybe the second one, but definitely the first one, still hold up. Like, I still think they're very good. Like that opening scene of Blade, where they walk into that nightclub and the sprinklers come on and it's blurred and it's just like, and Wesley Snipes was perfect in that role. Let's be honest. Like,
yeah. It's going to be exciting to see what Mahershala Ali does.
Oh, of course. I hope Wesley Snipes is in it somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he should be Whistler, but I don't know.
That would be cool, though.
Yeah,
that is a really cool idea. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, like because I think Wesley Snipes wanted to play Blade. Like, he was basically saying he's still willing to play Blade, but obviously not Hasbro, but Marvel Studios didn't want to bring him in. But apparently conversations have happened though. Like, Wesley Snipes was saying, look, I want to make Blade, but he was in prison for a little bit. He got in a bit of trouble. So yeah, but still, I did really enjoy the first Blade movie. The second one, but maybe not so much the third one with like Triple H in it. I think Triple H is in it. Apparently, the third one was a disaster to make anyway. Their director hated each other. Wesley Snipes wouldn't speak to anybody. Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, is bloody in the third Blade movie. But just as a one-off Blade figure, I would take it all day long. Trench coat as well soft goods trench coat would have to be good. I've got one off Cosmic Capes that would go great, you know, with my actual Blade on my display right now is the Marvel Legends one with the Cosmic Cape jacket on there. He's right at the back, so I can't grab him, but I'd take a Wesley Snipes Blade. I would take it. Let me just.
It would be good, sure.
Lots of hits in the chat. Yeah, lots of hits for this. To be fair, I've not seen a single miss for Wesley Snipes Blade. Oh, never watched Blade, but hit, says ruler of randomness. Because even if you don't know Wesley Snipes Blade, like, this is still very much a comic book looking Blade. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it is. Definitely.
Like, his look is just very particular.
And in an age of time where we're like all going crazy for legacy characters, I would really like this.
And Rich just said show 30, so stream 30 if you want to go and talk about some HasLabs. Want to listen to me and Brandon talk about potential HasLab ideas, go to the playlists and find the Dan Who Live show 30. They're all numbered, you'll find them very easily, and that's where we talk about HasLabs. This is the first Marvel hit movie, says Tyrone. Jamie says hit, Eric Stream hits hit. Tac with lots of hits, big hits as people go rotten. Home Dude with a hit. Tanner with a hit. Phil Jones, Howard the Duck was the real MCU trailblazer. Was he though? That film nearly bankrupted Marvel, I think. Like, I genuinely think it did, by the way. Mezco Blade, says Home Dude. Yeah, I actually do have the Mezco Blade upstairs, but Mezco's a whole nother conversation. He's in my rainy day car broke fund. I'm not gonna lie. Same with the all white Moon Knight. Yeah. I'm waiting for Moon Knight to get more into the like people's minds. Yeah, when people are like clamoring for, I want a really good Moon Knight figure. I'll be like, look what I sell you for £300. Yes, I'm a scalper. I'm not really. I just play the market very well. People play the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay, moving on. Cable.
Who we got next? Yeah, in his blue suit. We've had a few Cables, to be fair.
This, I always say it all the time, and I'll say it again. This Cable's a good example. This is Series 6 Toy Biz Cable in the blue. And yes, we've had many Hasbro figures from Cable, but this is my mind's eye look for Cable. His mid-90s look with the yellow suspenders. Rich said this is probably his most remembered non-comic readers look, as it was the look from the fighting game from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So when people think in their head, if you say comic Cable, this is probably the image that pops up in their head. And we haven't had it. Like, this would go very nice with your Bishop on the comic shelf. Would it not?
Yes, it would. It would, for sure. And the fact that there are definitely collectors out there as well that focus their displays based on Marvel vs. Capcom, you know?
Yep.
So there's definitely that segment of people to be looking at. The other thing is Cable is just a popular character, you know? So I think in the list of cable repaints or redos we could get, this would definitely be.
I'm going to shout out Matt Tat Tat of the super chat.
TAK Toys with Film donated £4.49.
Thank you very much,
Blade
Mark.
is a deluxe figure with removable stakes, 2 guns, extra heads, and a burning vampire accessory.
But how do you like your steaks, though, Tat Tat? That is the question. Medium rare, well done. He says Blade is a deluxe figure with removable stakes, 2 guns, extra hands, and the burning vampire accessory. Yeah, burning vampire accessory would be very, very cool. I'd take a deluxe Blade, not going to lie. Okay, looking at the chat, there's a lot of hit emojis in there for this cable. Lot of hit emojis for this cable. Rich M with a hit, Jerkin with the absolute hit, Pickles Go Rotten says hit, Jamie, Home Dude, Rush, Mini Plastic Multiverse, Raiden, Abnugla. They all said hit until we got to Cloud. Cloud says miss. I have my ideal cable, but I agree this one needs a figure. So it's not that he's hating on the figure, he's just that he has his cable, and that's fine. That's what we always talk about. Everyone has their own preferences when it comes to their particular character design, their mind's eye. But I do think this would be a popular one, like Brandon said, if it was to get released. I
would probably replace my cable. My cable is the Sasquatch Wave one. And I would probably switch mine out with this one.
Because we've got so many Deadpools, I have an X-Force display with the one of my cables. I think it's the Sasquatch Grade cable. And then I have my more modernised cable with another Deadpool somewhere else. So I've got both of my cables on display. Plenty of room for him. We've got about 18 Deadpools to go with. Phil Jones says he takes his steak medium, please. Interesting choice. Me and Amanda, when we went away, we brought a steak. We went to some posh restaurant, and her steak cost like 30 odd quid. And it was just all chewy and meaty, and I'm like, it's ridiculous. So overpriced steak. So overpriced steak. Okay. Lots of hits for this. Extreme hit. Clint-tastic says hit. Tat Tat says he likes his steak well done. I don't mind a well done steak.
How do you like your steak?
Yeah, well done. I'd go well done, you know. I don't want it chewy. I don't want it chewy or bloody. Do you know what I mean? Just give me the meat. Because I'll have sauce anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I don't need it to be moist. Do you know? Yeah. You can do that on your cooking show, Brandon, when you start your cooking and figs show.
100%.
Chat, how do you like your steaks? Let me know in the chat below.
Those are the kinds of tangents that belong on the...
Legends and Liquor. This week's Legends and Liquor. How do you like your steak? Oh, and let's talk about some Legends as well. Okay, next up.
Yelena Belova.
I keep saying Yelena, but Liana. I just need to get that in my head. Liana. And I've said it too much. I can't say it at all. Shout out RL for subscribe. Thank you very much. And again, if you are watching this stream and you are not subscribed to the channel, then you can't be involved in the chat. The chat is for subscribers only. So subscribe to the channel, get involved with the chat, and let's talk some toys. Tell me how you like your steak. Right. Liana, I can't speak. Brandon, talk about this bloody figure for me.
So Yelena Belova, has only ever had a figure. She was a variant to Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, with Toy Biz, and she's the only comic female figure from Toy Biz that Hasbro has not revisited.
Wow.
She's the only female figure from Toy Biz that Hasbro hasn't revisited. And if you're ever going to do it, you know, now that we've had Black Widow, is put the character into the spotlight. So I'm sure we will be seeing this eventually. I would love to see it on that brand new body. Given that we had Natasha Romanoff's Black Widow on like every single version of her on that old style female body, I think that the best way to sort of give us a sequel to all those figures is to give us Yelena Belova on that new body for sure.
This is inevitable. We got a couple of Black Widows last year when the film was meant to come out. We got the Deadly Origins one, the grey, white. We've got the Riders. Like, I've got quite a lot of Black Widows on the display, but I don't have a comic blonde one, like you said. So I'd take it all day long. Would you take it in this look, how it is on the screen now, like
yes.
With the crop top as well?
100%.
Because it's different 100%. To the other Legends we've got as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It would be different. It would be new. It just would be. It would be good. It would be really good.
And I love how,
with that new
for the
female
record,
body, I think
no one's talking about Black Widow anymore. Everyone's talking about steaks, by the way. Just putting it out there. Sorry, carry on. The new pinless female body would go great, yeah?
Yeah, basically. Basically.
Sorry.
I'm really hoping that with with each new character that we get, like, I'm hoping that they think let's hit it out the park first time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think, like High Evolutionary and
Psycho Man.
What was the other one?
Psycho
Man, for example. First time they're getting figures in the Legends line, they hit it out the park first time, you know?
Yeah.
I would hope that something similar like that could happen for Yelena as well. Especially considering she's the only female not been done or redone.
Yeah.
This next one is a good one as well.
By the way, shout out Tac as well. I realised I need to keep refreshing the page. So the most recent super chat and the top contributor of the month, which is still Dante, by the way, from that anniversary show. He has held that position strong. So I need to go and show some love to the Infinity Equation, I think, this week. Did you see they kicked me off their show this week because I was British? Did you see that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Me and Kevin toying around. Got kicked off because we didn't show our American passports. Ridiculous. So I just went and jumped on Toying Around's show instead. I literally went, fine, I'm joining Kevin. I won't go to bed. Shout out Toying Around as well. Sorry.
He was in the chat earlier.
Was he? Okay. Hello there, as he always says. Okay, next up. Oh, wow, okay.
This is a must.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I was thinking earlier, right? Sorry to cut you. I would love a Hulkbuster HasLab.
Give me a Hulkbuster HasLab, part of like a comic book like setup for a Hall of Armor.
Oh.
And then each unlockable tier. Like you could just have at every 1,000. You could literally start at 6,000, and every 1,000 you get another armor or something like that. I don't know. Do you know, like, because you could get 6 pods. I don't know, with an option. I don't know how they could do it, but give me the Hall of Armor. Do you know, like, I've run out of room. My Hall of Armor up there, like, you can't see it anymore, but like my Hall of Armor up there, I've literally run out of pods. I only had 6 pods. Now I've got enough for at least 12. And that's just really? MCU. That's just Tony Stark MCU pods. Like now with the comic ones, we've got the Ursa Major wave coming this week. Hopefully, I should have the Build-A-Bear wave by Saturday. That's got 3 armors in it because the translucent one you can still display that in a pod. We've got Silver Centurion. We've got the 80th anniversary, the retro, the AI, the War Machine could be in a pod. Yeah, lots of comic ones. And the centerpiece of that comic display could, of course, be the Hulkbuster armor, which is on the screen right now. I don't think we actually mentioned that. We were just making you assume. Yeah. But the Hulkbuster. This was actually single pack. This wasn't a builder figure. This was a single packed Toy Biz figure. Now, obviously, Hasbro are playing around with the price points in a minute. They have more options for what they're doing. Like they have the deluxe, they have the like super deluxe, if you will, with the Modocs, with the Hydra Stomper. There's no reason we couldn't get that same Hydra Stomper £50 price point, but with a comic accurate Hulkbuster from Series 9 of the Toy Biz days. Never had a comic one revisited with the classic Chrome Dome. In the Hasbro era, we have had Hulkbusters, of course. We've had a couple. I think we've had it 3 times. 2 were Build-A-Figures. 1 was in a 2-pack with the Hulk, but they were MCU. They can still be fudged into a comic display, of course, but the chrome dome, the round sort of head, that's the comic mind's eye for the Hulkbuster armor.
Sure.
But yeah, I'd like this very much so. So does Cap Lives, because he says Hulkbuster, hit. Yeah, Godkiller, Iron Man, says Omega Weapon. Rush McGann says, I have the Marvel Select Hulkbuster in my Hall of Armor display. Have you seen that one or had hands-on with that one? Does that hold up?
Which one? Sorry, I was...
the Marvel Select Hulkbuster. Have you ever had hands-on?
No, I never did pick it up. I'm trying to think why. I'm thinking because I didn't have space for my comic Iron Man. So I don't think I ever bothered.
Some of the selects definitely can hold up in a Marvel display. I sort of should have picked up that Titanium Man. I should have got the recent Hulk that came out as well, because that Hulk looked impressive.
Has Titanium Man been and gone?
I don't think he's been and gone, but I haven't pre-ordered him anywhere. Has he not landed yet? Do we still have options for him?
I think so. I don't know for sure, to be fair, but I hadn't seen it here yet.
I've seen it.
The two I've got is Destroyer, or three I've got. Sorry, is Destroyer, Groot, and what's his name? The Watcher.
The Watcher, yes. Oh, that one I have pre-ordered. That one is getting a re-release because of What If. And one of them you mentioned we may get to later in our list, because Tanner was just picked up that as well, and he was showing it off in the Discord, which I'm jealous of, which I sort of need to get. He's still on an Asgard hype, you see. Okay, next up, we've had people mention this a few times already. Definitely not a figure we've had in Marvel Legends in the Hasbro era. It is Black Heart. One I've never had. I've never even had. And some people were saying this guy, the Toy Biz figure, because of the particular character design, it can still stand up in a current Marvel display. Now, I can't speak for that because I don't have it in hand. But what are we saying, people? Do we want a Black Heart? Is this a character that you would like an upgrade of, Brandon? If you've never had the Toy Biz?
Yeah, never had the Toy Biz. It probably wouldn't make my top 5 characters that I'd be looking to get, but I would probably pick it up if they did do it, for sure.
So just reading Rich's notes, because he always puts in fun tidbits. He says, another character probably recognisable from his appearances in the Capcom fighting games. He is the son of Mephisto, debuted in Daredevil 270 in 1989. And has fought Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, and the Champions over the years, as well as coming to blows with his father, aka Mephisto. So yeah, Black Knight, bit of a devilish villain, if you will. But Rich M, there you go, the super producer himself, he says it's his most wanted upgrade, is Blackheart. Tanner with a hit, Damien with a hit, Eric Stream with a hit. Yeah, interesting. Tyrone says hit. VJ says song to Blur, woohoo, super hit. Yeah, this is good. Abnugler says hit, they could use the Venom movie mold. Jay's Toys Collection says yes for Black mold. I always missed out on that one. Black Heart, sorry. Yeah, I'd take a Black Heart. I tell you what I would take rather though is a Mephisto, but I'd take a Black Heart. But if I had to pick between father or son, I think I'm picking the father on this one. He's a heavy hitter. But yeah, Toy Biz 1, few people said it can still hold up, but I'm sure it's on Hasbro's radar. They'll get to it eventually. Next up, definitely a more relevant character. One that we may actually see sooner rather than later due to recent times. It is, of course, the daughter of the Scarlet Witch, Wiccan. Now, I believe this was in a Young Avengers box set. Am I right in saying that?
Yes. Yes, it was, yeah. I think it had Wiccan, Hulkling, Patriot, Iron Lad.
And just all of them are figures that we could have redos of. Like, let's have them all.
I would really love to see this as like our yearly Amazon box set soon. Young Avengers Toy Biz. Let me double check because I think I'm missing one.
What I liked about the One Division show is that even the kids were actually, like, you could tell who they were from the comics. Obviously, because obviously it was the Halloween episode, it was easy for them to do. But obviously, Wiccan did have the cape, the bandana. Is Wiccan Billy or Tommy?
That's another really good question.
We'll ask the chat. Is he Billy or Tommy? I'm saying Billy. It's Tommy in it. Damn, okay, I had a 50-50 hope. Hit, says Caplers, we need a new Wiccan. Just throwing it out there to Hasbro, but 2023 is the 25th anniversary of Marvel vs. Capcom. So Marvel, pick up the phone to Capcom, get those rights.
Who did you say is Tommy?
Tommy is Speed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
50-50, you got it right.
Billy is Wiccan. I knew it. Yes.
Yeah, no, you're
Super
right.
producer Rich was in my ear going, Billy, Dan, it's Billy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Rich. Read the notes, Dan, says Rich. Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, he does actually write
He
Billy.
does say, yeah.
Yeah, my
Billy
bad.
Catherine is at the
See,
front of
Rich
the
did
queue
tell
for
me.
the Legend figure.
Rich, I was just testing my own knowledge, Rich. It's all right. It's fine, Rich. I appreciate you. But yeah, as Rich, as I said, not.
This would be cool.
Yeah, Rich says all of the original Young Avengers could use an update, but with the recent appearance of WandaVision, Billy is at the front of that list for a new Legends figure. So yeah, I'm not arguing with that at all. I would take Billy. I do think he'd be much better off coming. Do you reckon we would get? Just question: are we going to get a comic book Billy before we get an MCU Billy?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I think so as well.
I think so for sure.
But
same goes for Speed. Same goes for Patriot. Patriot.
yeah, I agree as well. I think we'll see comic updates of them before we see them in their full MCU form, especially in figure form. Okay, next up, we've had a few people mention this one. A lot of people want some sort of a devilish dark sort of run, the Knights of the Marvel, if you will. And yeah, Werewolf by Night. Now, there has been recent rumours going around that Hasbro want to turn this into a show.
A Halloween special.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Just make a one-off Halloween special, Werewolf by Night, put it on Disney Plus, and then we know he exists within the concept of the MCU. But yeah, I'd take this all day long. Definitely not a figure we've had in the Hasbro era. But it's was part of the Monsters set. There was like a Monsters box set, I believe. But this would probably be a popular choice to be redone, especially when everyone's on a hype with these Builder-Figures at the minute. With the Build-A-Bear, I'm sure there's some reuse in there for a Werewolf by Night. Just give them some jeans, ripped jeans, and we're good to go. But definitely people were mentioning this earlier on, talking about what Toy Biz figures they would like redone. A few people definitely mentioned Werewolf by Night. Shout out the Wolfpack Toy Reviews. I'm sure you guys want this. This could be the mascot of your channel if this was done.
Yeah, that would be so good.
But yeah, this is good. This is good. So
with one of those, like how Kevin does those T-shirts.
Yes, with his T-shirt and a logo on.
Yeah.
Miguel, we need to make that happen now. We need a Werewolf by Night with your T-shirt logo on it.
Oh yeah.
Right, let's have a look at the chat. Rush says, trivia side note, the reason for the name change from the Asgardian to Wiccan in the comics was hilarious. Well, what's the reason then, Rush? Don't leave us hanging. Damien says, hit, Man-Wolf overall. Phil Jones with a hit. Jerkin is message retracted. Mini Plastic Multiverse says 100% hit. VJ says I prefer Man-Wolf to be honest, but I'd pick this one up to absolute hit. Tyrone says Ethan Hawke. Eric Stream says hit it. The Toy Review says for obvious reasons. Hit, Wolf, pow, hit, Wolf. Pickles Go Rotten says hit. Eric Stream says hit. Capitalist says reuse from the Jackal figure where Werewolf by Night. Yeah, that could work. That Jackal figure is very underrated, by the way, in Marvel Legends form from a recent last year, I believe. No, probably 2 years ago now, to be fair. Russian Guy says, with the Hasbro team interviewing the writer, I see this coming, just the Jackal body. The Hasbro team were interviewing the writer. Is that the... That's not the Black Eyed Peas guy. He was doing something else, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it? It might be merged with this, so actually. It might be merged with this. I know he's made a new character that's in this sort of realm, I believe.
Yeah. What's his name? The Black Eyed Peas guy.
Tebow. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The guy that's not Will.i.am. He's never going to be a guest on this stream, is he? Oh, well. Rule of Randomness says, hit after I learn more about the character. Oh, Phil Jones says it's taboo. Taboo. What do I say? Tebow. Who's Tebow? Isn't that a Star Wars droid or something? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Tebow.
It's late. What can we do?
Yeah, we're nearly there, people. We're nearly there. Right, next up. Long Shot. So talking about Mojo Worlds. Mojo isn't on our list, right? Mojo was a builder figure, but obviously Long Shot is definitely integrated with Mojo World, and it's a Toy Biz figure that people have been wanting to upgrade for a while, especially since we have Shatterstar, Boom Boom, and like other members from this fucking team. Long Shot is like one of those members we just need a little upgrade for, and it should be easy to do, right? Like, this is the type of character they could have threw in that free pack for the New Mutants or something. Do you know, like, it's got to be sooner, right? Well, inevitable that it's coming, but they're taking their time with this one. Characters like this one and Banshee are like obvious characters we're missing, and they're yet to give us. But yeah, I'll take a Long Shot. Yeah, Mojo Wave 2006. This came out. But yeah, I'd put him right alongside Shatterstar and Boom Boom and Cannonball and all that crew. But again, I do want Mojo to get a redo as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's have a look at the chat. His name was Asgardian, but with him being, they didn't want to. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a bit weird, Rush. Bit weird. I won't read that out loud, but bit weird. Needs Long Shot ASAP, says Abnugler. Miss, says Lizzie Hearts. Pickles go rotten, says Miss. Hit for sure, Ruler of Randomness says, I wouldn't say no to a repack Shatterstar. Mini Plastic Multiverse hit. Abnugler says another custom I could finish, so Hasbro make him. Yeah, go finish up your custom so we get this figure. That's usually the way it works, isn't it? Obviously Rich is saying hit, Cloud is saying hit, been hoping for a Long Shot, yes please. VJ hit like a Dow sings it. Your boy's got toys, hit, but getting it is a Long Shot. I did the drums for you there. Your boy's got toys. Yeah. I like it though. I like it.
And Yurik says I'd take him if they give us Mojo.
Yeah, indeed. Right. So you mentioned this earlier. This is one figure in the Marvel Select round that you have. Tanner was actually showing this off because he's on an Asgardian hype at the minute himself, and I was like a little bit jealous. I asked him where he got it. I think he answered me, and I haven't read it yet. But yeah, I want a Destroyer. Like, the MCU one is very accurate to the comic look as well. So where do you have yours in a comic display with your Asgardians, or with you in the back of your MCU display?
My Destroyer is up on my cosmic display. He's next to Sif in front of
Makes sense.
Hela and Beta Ray Bill.
Makes sense.
So the whole right hand side of my cosmic shelf is Odin, Ulick, Loki, Enchantress, Malekith, and then the ones I just mentioned. But yeah, he's a heavy beast of a figure, man. Really, really cool figure.
Yeah, he's again the Marvel Select one I should have got, didn't get. So I will take Hasbro redoing it as a deluxe or something. Usually the Hasbro articulation would be a little bit better than Marvel Select anyway. So there's me just holding out hope. I'm trying to make myself feel better, Brandon, that I don't have what you and Tanner have, and I'm sure many others have. The Toy Biz one, does it still hold up? I don't think many people mention that as a figure that still holds up. So
yeah, I don't think it does.
Mega hit. Wish I had the Select version. Looks so good, says Mini Plastic Multiverse. Pickles Go Rotten says big hit. Damien hit. Rich says hit. Eric Streams says hit. Logan says hit. Thumbs up. Rush says that was exactly from the comics Young Avengers 2. I believe you, Rush. It's just a sensitive subject, isn't it, my friend? So yeah, I don't want to offend anybody, but yeah, comics are weird, let's be honest. Cloud says hit. I just got the Select a couple of months ago, says your boy's got toys. Tanner, if you're here, where did you get it from? Select is a sick one. Tanner's in the chat. Tanner, where did you get your Select from? Because I swear you just posted a picture of getting this Destroyer. Abnugler says Miss don't have a place for him on my collection.
Is there never really one on eBay? There must be. Let me see.
I've not really looked, but I don't want to pay crazy money for it. I'll pay £30 for him. That makes sense for a big Select, right?
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
How much is he for? What's he for?
The only one there's not one in the UK by the looks of it. There's one in the US that's brand new, £108 plus £13 shipping.
Yeah, Hasbro, please redo a Destroyer. Really want Hasbro to redo a Destroyer. Hasbro, if you're lurking there, Destroyer, that would be nice. So I don't want to give Select all that money. Bloody hell. Tanner, how much did you pay for yours? If that's the bloody going price at the minute, bloody hell.
Okay, wait. Let's see who else is in chat.
Hasbro isn't outdoing the select one, says Shogun. eBay got it for 30 quid, says Tanner. Tanner was brand new.
Oh, wow.
Tanner, that's a good shout, because if Brandon just did a little bit of research, and seems it's not an easy figure to find.
And Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang says Hasbro isn't outdoing the select one. So wait, let's have a look. So Marvel Select Destroyer, let's have a look.
Your boy's got a toy, says £100 is way overpriced.
Oh yeah, look, sold 1st of September. Marvel Select Destroyer, £30, which was Tanner's one. Another one sold at the end of August for £53. One sold mid-August for £75 and early August for £48.
Tanner, was yours a buy now, or did you bid and no one else bid? Because that seems like you got yourself a bit of a steal there, my friend.
It was best offer accepted, it says.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, fair play. That's a good shout. That's about the price I would pay for it. Okay, moving on. Nearly there, people. Now, this one is a definite must. Come on now. Make it bloody happen. We were talking about Shang-Chi earlier today. Brandon is going to go and see it in the cinema tomorrow. We had to bring on the bad guys wave. He was a glaring figure missing from that. He was on the back of the packaging for that silk figure when it had the collage of the Marvel display. A figure that was in a 2-pack. We were talking about the face-off packs earlier. He was in them. Come on now, we need a Mandarin, please, pretty please. Brandon, I'm sure this is the type of villain that you would want 2 of straight away off the bat.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd love this. I would absolutely love this. And I was thinking about it, and I think they could use... couldn't they use the Kang body? I was thinking about it earlier.
Could, I guess. Maybe with an overlay. Maybe they'd have to maybe.
Because it's got that kind of tunic, you know?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Toy Biz, there was like a couple of versions. There was like a red uniform and this green one as well. Which colour would you go for? Which is your mind's eye of Mandarin?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I would go green.
Yeah, I think my mind's eye is green when I think Mandarin as well. But I do think there was a variant in the Toy Biz days as well.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, the red version. I'm trying to think who it came with. Was Iron Man, but I can't remember the Iron Man variant.
It was probably like a stealth suit Iron Man with a red... Again, I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah, there must be something like that. I think Rich did save the best for last, though. As cool as the Mandarin is.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say hit for the Mandarin. Obviously, with Shang-Chi coming out tomorrow, a lot of people... Hopefully, we get to see the real Mandarin. I hope... we get like a roundup to Trevor Slattery as well, because they've put All Hail the King on Disney Plus, haven't they? So it means they want people to see that. So that must mean somewhere in this film you see Trevor Slattery in the prison of some Mandarin place or something. If they finish that like storyline up, I sort of forgives Iron Man 3, if you know what I mean. It sort of justifies what happened in Iron Man 3 with the fake Mandarin if they round out that storyline. So I am hoping to see Trevor Slattery and the actor who played Trevor Slattery, what's his name?
Was at the premiere.
Yeah, exactly. So again, I've not seen the movie yet. Ben Kingsley, there you go.
You'll never see me coming.
That's beautiful. You're hired. How do we not have a new comic Mandarin, says Rush? And yeah, you're completely right. How do we not? He was in the face of 2-pack with modular Iron Man. It was that War Machine. It was in a War Machine in the face off. Okay, that makes sense. Lots of hits there. Rush is saying green as well. Another Wonderwall international smash hit. I like VJ throwing all these hit references at us. Do you know it's the 25th anniversary of the Spice Girls or something, wasn't it? Or 26th? The Spice Girls is older than Brandon or something like that?
You know what is really a great fun fact is If You Want to Be My Lover was the #1 song in the UK.
When you were born? Wow. I remember where I was when I heard that song on like TV. Oh my God. Yeah, I was just skipping freaking channel. It was all over the place when it first came out. But yeah, you're a young man.
I love that song.
You're a young man. And the last one. Sorry, read out what Jerry said and then we'll go to the last one.
If Greenskin Iron Man, the animated series Mandarin, comes out on an Iron Man retro card, would that be ideal?
Oh, that Iron Man retro card, it's got to come, right? It's got to come. Like, I don't know how they do it with all those pieces. Like, I wouldn't really want all those pieces. Like, that gimmick was very much of its time, but I do want the packaging. Like, I'm just a sucker for that stuff.
Your boy's got toys says, if you want to be my figure, You got to get in my hand.
Well, if you wanna, if you really want to zig as they are, the last choice may help you do that because it's dupe. Dupe
Has to happen.
I don't think Dupe would be
Old
single
man needs
pack.
another green friend on the show.
Look, yeah, if Dupe gets re-released in Hasbro, he is 100% joining the crew. And the leader of the crew is still here, by the way. Hasbro, you're not having him back. That's my evil
When
laugh.
are you sending him back? That's
Never.
so funny.
Ryan Ting's got to come and collect it from my house, all right? I've sent him my address. I said, I can't afford postage, sorry. Come and get him. They even offered to pay, and I was like, I don't want your dirty Galactus money.
Right? You know what you need to do?
Yeah.
And chat, back me up with this. You need to take an ACBA pick with him leading the Who
Yeah,
Avengers
maybe I should do that, shouldn't I?
before you send it back.
Maybe I should. Anyway, Dupe. Who wants Dupe? Obviously, this was packed in with that very popular, very sought after Series 6
right?
Deadpool. Yeah, that was like a very high valued figure for a long time until the Epic Heroes one come out, and even after the Epic Heroes one, you could still people would still want that one. It wasn't until really Hasbro redid the Deadpool that figure sort of lost its shine, but I think people still have a lot of sentimental value with it, and to this day, it's still the only place to get Dupe.
True that.
But yeah, Dupe would definitely join the Who Avengers, by the way.
Pickles Go Rotten said miss. Jamie says hit. Jerry says miss only because we don't have any new X-Men figs. Mini Plastic Multiverse says hit. The Boys Got Toys says Hasbro about to swat Dan for that Cat B. Lizzie Hart says I have no idea who he is, but love it. Hitty. And Rush McGowan says, how is this the last one? You forgot about Jigsaw.
Now, do you know what? I actually really like that Toy Biz Jigsaw, and I would have definitely put Jigsaw on the list if I'd remembered, but I didn't remember. I'm sorry. Sometimes we forget things, but that's fine. We can save him for a street levels villain list, all right? We'll find a way to get Jigsaw in there. But that
is crazy. There's always more lists that we can do.
Oh, we could, Brandon, we've been talking about toys for over a year. We can keep going. We can keep going.
You know what we should do? We should do a list of potential lists.
List of lists. Next week, our list of lists. Next week, just me and Brandon recapping our top 10 lists of previous
that
years.
is one we definitely have to do one day. For sure.
Okay, I've just ended the poll only because I want to quickly do another one while we've still got people here real quickly. It says, did you Galactus? Galactus? Who's that guy? Did you back Galactus? He says, how yes, 51%. So over half of the people here did back Galactus, which is beautiful. Now I'm just going to read out any chats if you can, Brandon. I'm just going to set up this last super chat. Not super chat. This last poll. There you go. Friday's helping us out. Friday's reading the super chat.
The Wolfpack Toy Review donated $4.99. Have a pint of Ben and Jerry's on the Wolfpack. Happy birthday, my friend. Wolf Frog, Wolf Frog.
Thank you very much, McGad. He says, have a pint of Ben and Jerry's on the Wolfpack. Happy birthday, my friend. Wolf Frog, Wolf Frog. Friday actually said Wolf Frog, Wolf Frog.
Really?
Right, sorry, Brian. I'm just going to put, should next week's stream be... Alright, I'm going to just wait.
Just to read some of the chat.
Yes.
Rule of randomness says Jigsaw's here with the Punisher Van Haslab. Rich M says Fim Fam Foom is Hasbro. Hasbro's redo's coming soon. Your Boys Got Toys says now we're talking. Lizzie Hart says get Shartimus to send you a big time letdown Spider-Man. Join the Dan Who Avengers as a sidekick to them. Cap Liv says April Fool's stream is list of list episode. Tanner says 616 Iron Spider needs redoing. Absolutely, Tanner. Absolutely, I would love that. That's the thing. We've got all these different Spider-Men, but there's so many like really iconic ones that I would love to get.
We've even done a stream on different versions of Spider-Man designs should be made in figure form.
Yeah.
Just me.
Did we do that with Dante?
Dante, yeah. Because Amanda, this is when we first started streaming. It was like a few weeks in, and Amanda was like, "What are you talking about this week?" And I was like, "Different Spider-Man outfits." And she's like, "What a bunch of losers!" And I'm like, "Well, you're not wrong." Okay.
Yeah, good point.
So I've asked the question. The chat. I've put a new poll in the question. We've got over 90 people still here as we sort of round down now. So it has been announced by Hasbro that next Wednesday is going to be a fan first Wednesday for Star Wars. Now, you know here we love to keep it Legends, but I don't mind switching it up occasionally. And if you know a thing or two about the birthday boy Brandon, we can give him a late birthday present and next week do a Star Wars themed show. So next week we'll pick a Star Wars themed topic and yeah, we can talk Star Wars. Hopefully we'll have some new Black Series figures to talk about as well. So yeah, next week, the question is, we're putting it out to you, right? So if by the end of this stream, and more people say yes than no, then next week's stream will be a Star Wars themed. The news may be small from Hasbro. Sorry, let me just take a dupe off the screen real quick. Yeah, so the news may be small next week. Let's be honest. I reckon it may just be the HasLab announcement. Do you know, like it's already on the website. Do you know, we know it's the Rancor, so they may just officially announce that. So there may not be a lot of Star Wars news, but it doesn't mean we can't talk about generic toy news and then get into some sort of Star Wars theme. I know it would make Brandon very happy. So if you want to give Brandon a late birthday present, there's still time for a super chat. I promise you, I'll PayPal him after the stream. Yeah, if you want to do a Star Wars theme stream, give us your ideas as well. Give us your ideas. Let us know what type of Star Wars theme would you want to see. Brandon, what are you thinking off the top of your head?
I'm thinking Star Wars HasLab ideas.
Interesting. Okay.
Black Series HasLab ideas.
I'm not mad with that. What are we saying, people? What are we saying?
I think that would be really good because I already know what I hope next year's HasLab is for Star Wars.
I feel like I can get involved with that. I know some vehicles.
And that's it. And it's something that isn't like character specific or era specific. So you'd be able to jump in properly with it as well.
Yeah, the thing I do like about Black Series is that they're not afraid to do bigger vehicles without having it to be a HasLab. Like some of the best 6-inch vehicles seem to be those like land speeders and the snow jet thing. I don't know. I don't know the name.
Snow speeder.
There you go. The clue is in the name. What does it do? It speeds through the snow speeder. Stupid, Dan. But yeah, just think we could have an AT-AT or an AT-AT. What do you call it?
AT-AT.
Okay. I like saying AT-AT.
Let's not give away what our picks would be there.
Oh, okay, sorry. That was just me thinking off the top of the dome with my deep Star Wars knowledge. Okay, so
Cap Live says HasLab Star Wars ideas is great. Mini Plastic Multiverse says love a bit of Star Wars. Chat. Tekken Collect says X-Wing do back. James says great idea, Brandon. Thank you very much, Jamie. AB Douglas says top needed Star Wars figures. Omega Weapon says Star Wars stream theme. How many Lukes do you own?
How many Lukes do I own? I think I own at least 3.
I can't remember how many I own.
No, maybe 2. Probably. No, 3. 3. I think 3. Phone a Lancer. Wait, 50-50. Phone a friend. Hang on, let me phone a friend. Phil, how many Lukes do I own? Thank you. Final Lancer's 3.
3. Jedi
Luke, the Land Speeder Luke, and the Luke that came with Jedi from the Luke that came with Yoda from Bespin. There's my Lukes. That's my story. I still need a cape though for this Luke. He's here. He's literally right above my head. I need a cape for him, but they haven't been on stock for a while on Scotticus Customs. Just need a simple black robe so he can be my Mandalorian Luke. So Scotticus Customs, put them back in stock. I'm missing out. And also April's on the way, so I need a yellow trench coat as well, please. Thank you very much. I know Scott's not watching, but I'll message him. Don't worry, I'll annoy him that way. Okay, so yeah, 56% said Star Wars. Come on, people. We've got 94 people here. Surely you can reach that keyboard. I'm genuinely curious to know. Star Wars theme next week. Let me know. The chat. There's a poll right now live in the chat. So far, 56% say Star Wars. I did put no way more Legends as a sarcastic comment, but people are clicking it. So people love their Legends. I'm sorry, Brandon. People come here for some Legend talk. From some Legends.
They do.
See what I did there? Legend talk for some Legends. That's right.
It's the best line going, so it doesn't surprise me. It's the best line and it's our favourite line.
Okay, so as we round up here, as we wrap up, people, let me just say thank you very much to everyone today. Much appreciated. Brandon, just pick one of those Toy Biz figures, one of them, if you'd like to see redo.
One of them would be... I'm gonna go Werewolf by Night.
Good choice.
I'd like to see the Wolfpack join the Who Avengers.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. How
about you?
This is so hard because I want a trench coat for Thing. I want Toad. I want a Giant Man. So let's just say Toad because I think it's going to happen. So yeah, Toad. Let's say Toad. But yeah, okay, cool. Let me just, as we round up here, as it is a Legends and Liquor week, let me just quickly remind you, this week, Legends and Liquor on Sunday, a place for my channel members at the Members Club tier. I appreciate everybody showing me some love, I really, really do. But if you're at the Members Club tier, that is your ticket in to being on the live show, Legends and Liquor. As I said, the way you do that is you hit that join button. And if you're not if you want to be on the show and you're not at the Members Club tier, you can upgrade from showing some love to Members Club. I think it's just a few extra quid. Honestly, it means a big deal. And as I said, I want to get the people on the show, on the channel that are supporting the channel. It's a full circle thing, and I appreciate you for it. But yeah, this week, people, Legends and Liquor. You about Sunday, Brandon? No pressure, no pressure. But are you about?
That's a great question. Am I? I think so. I'm not sure when I'm seeing Shang-Chi on Sunday.
Well, we'll be here.
I don't know if I've booked it though, actually, so I might be available.
We'll be here if you want to jump in and talk toys.
I always love listening to Legends and Liquor. It's always so good to just get
so random.
Back and listen to everybody's
this week I'm just finding how everyone likes their steak. I'll be like, right, what steaks do you like? It may even be in the thumbnail. Right, let me do some credits real quick.
We will be watching.
Yeah, that looks great. Okay, some thank yous real quick. So thank you for the super chats. These will genuinely go to Brandon. So George, Rich M, Nasa, Tac Customs, and the Wolfpack Toy Reviews. Thank you very much. New subscribers, Richards, Fleetwood, and RL, and then Loki has hit that join button once again. Second times round. Super chats from George, Rich M, Nasa, Tac, and the Wolfpack. Subscribers, Richard, Fleetwood, and RL, and then new channel member Loki. I like that name. Loki. Sneaky. But yeah, Brandon, happy belated birthday, my friend. Next week it looks like we're talking Star Wars. So yeah, we can still talk about any other news that comes out like we always do, but we'll switch up the theme for a change. Absolutely. But yeah, Brandon, until, as I said, and thank you once again to Hero of Collectors, shout out. As I said, he did the mini figures of me and Brandon. These are so fun. As I said, I've got mini figures displayed. So I'm going to send these to Brandon. Hopefully next stream, Brandon has these, and then whatever surprises are in here as well. So thank you very much to Hero of Collectors. One more time, I'll put that. So much. One more time, I'll just throw that in the chat real quick. Also, I do want to send a massive shout out, of course, to Andy Davis. I'll put his Instagram as well in the chat for helping a turtle lover out. What can I say? Again, and thank you to Rush and Hero of Collector who sent me a Donatello. Honestly, it means you know how much I love Donatello. You don't need to see it around here. And can I just confirm as well that both my Donatellos I was sent. Let me just prove this to everybody watching.
Oh, they got their feet.
Yeah, well, you know where this is going, don't you? Right. So Rush sent me one, and Hero of Collector sent me one. 4 feet, people. That's it. Count them. 4 feet. All my Donatellos have their feet. So yeah, one to open, one to display, and now I just need to decide if I'm going to open this bloody turtle wagon. Still can't believe that in 2021 I've got the turtle wagon. Absolutely crazy. Andy Davis, thank you so much. And again, this is a pre-warning to everybody, all my friends are across the pond. If you ever see that blimp, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Pick it up and run to the counter, all right? Pick it up and run. Brandon, where can the people find you and your fine ACBA online? As always, guys, hero.collections is where I'm at. Come and just enjoy the fun. I already have the next 9 days worth of posts lined up. There's the more figures we're getting at the moment, the more photos I'm taking of everything. Because I've made myself a promise that every figure that we get from here on out, I'm making sure I get a photo of it. So lots to come. Dan, as always, thank you for
for having us all. I'm excited for next week, and yeah, man, Shang-Chi tomorrow.
Hang on, Shartimus Prime was just jumping in saying, Dan, still brainwashed with that Donatello stuff, right? Let's not start this, Shartimus, all right? I'll beat you with Donatello's stick.
Who's his favourite?
I don't know, probably one of the shit ones. The thing is, none of them are shit. I love all the turtles, so I ain't hating. I'm just, Donatello, come on now.
Just Donatello isn't Leonardo, so
just let's not start this. We need to go, Brandon. We've got places to be. I haven't got anywhere to be. I could just stay here all night. But Teddy and Amanda would get very angry with me, so I best go. But yeah, maybe I'll bring Teddy on Legends and Liquor if he's about.
Should do.
That's the place for, isn't it? But as I said, thank you to everybody. As always, another fun stream here every single Thursday, wherever you are on this planet. It is always appreciated. Come and talking Legends with us. This stream will forever live on YouTube, on the playlist. So if you want to come back and reminisce about some Toy Biz figures with us and whatever other nonsense we're talking about, like how do you like your steaks? It's forever now on YouTube. And if you did a super chat, it's there forever spoken on YouTube. So we appreciate you. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. And until then, people, let's wave them out of here. Bye-bye. Remember, it's got to get awkward. Okay, Brandon's going to get Spider-Man to wave. There he is. That's honestly a great-looking Spider-Man.
I should change his hand over.
Are we going to see some ACBA? Do they have open palm hands? Are they doing it properly? His arm! Oh, my God.
His arm does keep popping up.
Oh, my God. Freak me out, then.
This is coming for sure. There's going to be loads.
And Shadima's favourite turtle, just as we wrap up here, to confirm, is Leo.
Yeah.
He's a popular turtle. What can I say? He's the stream's favourite turtle.
He's the number one.
He won the poll. He's the stream's favourite turtle. I like Tech and Collect. He didn't, because he can't wave, he just wrote wave. Nice. I see that. I appreciate that. Awkward wave. If it's not awkward yet, I'm still quite happy. But I need to wave so when people watch on the replay, the videos pop up. You know the score. I don't like awkward silence though, right? So I just keep chatting shit.
Oh yeah, sorry. So we should just keep
yeah. I don't mind
I'm trying to focus on my wave to make sure that it's not like like my hand's not just flapping around.
It just makes me laugh that like you need to go or something, and I'm just making you stand here and wave at your laptop. Your mum just walks in your room going, "What is he doing?" No, mum, honestly.